The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
I love the onset of spring. I know it started. Gary, you don't know this probably.
What?
Because this is just a normal real BBC to you.
Yeah.
Not for us.
Not for us.
How is it not for you?
Because we haven't had our daylight savings. I
Yeah.
changed the time just for you. And my lovely American friends out there.
Yeah.
You know, it would have been okay to start an hour earlier. You could have asked me.
No, it would have been an hour later for you.
Later? Oh.
Mm.
Yeah, that would be bad because I'm
I
going
don't know about later.
That's why, because I saw a tweet saying working on a video.
working on it. Well,
Video coming out today.
and it is coming out a little later. We had to do
But
some.
it's natural daylight. This is going to stay for about another hour and a half, an hour and 40 minutes. And then when we have our spring forward.
Okay. First, why do you wait so long? Obviously, we're doing it better. We're doing it earlier. But then once we do spring forward, we need to stop this daylight savings time nonsense because it's absolute BS. It's crap. It's garbage. And it's dumb.
Don't you have a state which doesn't do it?
We have two states that don't.
Two
do
states.
It. Hawaii.
I'd rather
and
not do
Arizona.
it. It's annoying. But if it benefits people out there or whatever somehow,
It's meant to be for
Wait,
farmers. Daylight saving is
fine.
meant to be for farmers.
I will allow it for
Then
the
let
farmers.
them have their own time. I am fine with that. They can be an hour different than we are. I'm totally okay with that, especially for Clarkson's farm.
Yeah.
Clarkson's farm. I am fine. I identify like California voted it down in 2016. Then you know what's behind it, guys? It's not effing farmers. It's money. It's companies. It's power consumption. It's lobbyists who lobbied against it, even though we voted for it in California, and that's why they
I was gonna
completely
say,
ignored it.
Don't farmers get up at like super early regardless of, they'll just get working regardless. I don't think they adhere to like work schedule times or anything.
Yeah,
I mean, they do, but their own, right? They'll go crazy. They'll start like dawn or whatever.
we're all about the farmers. Okay, we are.
Farms are pretty cool.
They make bombs?
Peas.
They make food before it gets horribly processed. So
Yeah.
adults like myself have to fast every 4 months, like I'm doing right now.
Day 30 without a takeaway today. Without a takeout.
First time I heard somebody say takeaway, I'm like, what? You mean to go? And they're all, no, takeaway. I'm like, to
Takeaway.
go? No, takeaway. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Real BBC. I'm your host, Adam Hill versus Bayford. Joined as ever by our beautiful co-host, Gary Fernandotic. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. Going to see Joe Rogan tonight in Austin. He's opening up his own comedy club. So he's
In Austin.
in Austin. Yeah, fucking Austin.
Woke fucker.
Ugh. So
Joe Woken.
but he did like I don't know about that, but I mean he's still dumb on some stuff, but I like him. And he has like 8 shows. They sold out in like minutes, and I had to StubHub it. It's part of my wife's birthday. But there's also a video coming out today. It's supposed to come out yesterday, but we weren't quite done yet. So apologies to Az. It's coming out today. I'm sure it won't affect anything. But yeah, we're working on that. That'll be out later today. Very excited about it. Top 5 MCU failures, and everybody here helped with it, by the way. Thanks, fella.
Bum, bum, bum.
Cool. I've got comics to bag and board today. You can see my
So do I.
balls in the background. I actually bought Gary 2. I put mine in the bookshelf because I got the hardback. I got 2 new DC comics.
Whoa.
Uh-oh. Did you get Batman and Joker Deadly Duo? Okay.
Nope. No. And it'll become apparent as to why. Yes, I got them. They're great. And Morley, how you doing?
Oh, you're all doing good. Been playing Resident Evil 4 OG more. I played a shit ton of that demo, by the way, the remake demo. I beat Mad Chainsaw difficulty. Az, do you know how to get it?
The
Mad Chainsaw difficulty.
you have to score above 25,000.
You have to just randomly hope when you hit start, it offers it to you.
Oh,
I think that is so shit. Why wouldn't you make it so you have to hit a high score and you unlock it? That sounds way better. But all the people out there who are trying to like compete with each other on that, or beat it in general, you just have to restart until it gives it to you. It's like, why did they build it that way? Have Resident Evil ever done that before?
No. Everything that I know or aware of has been done through high scores or completion of game or whatever.
Wait, someone's saying it's a button combo. They discovered there's a code. Wait, is it a code and you can do it randomly? Because that's still shit. But I guess I'd give it to them that having a code there is better than not having a code there, of course. Ugh. You'd be surprised what people have figured out as. You can get the TMP in the demo. Yes. You know what you have to do? You have to drop all your equipment before you get to the village, including like your knife and pistol. And then a little well opens. Well, both sides of it. You can go down into a cave and you can unlock the TMP and a bonus knife as well. Yeah.
All this stuff is crazy.
But I do love
how people figure this out.
And I just love the bonus gamey shit they put into these. Like, it's fun. Like, even the demos, there's stuff to... Because I remember that was for Resident Evil 7. They had the same sort of thing. So, yeah, that's been fun. And we're, what, like a week plus away from... Resident Evil 4
week and a half
coming out. Yeah,
about a week and a half away.
And lads, you'll probably see me as Drinker, Metal, Free, I think even all streaming that the day it comes out.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Without
Gary,
doubt.
will you be playing the zombie game?
No.
Wow.
Useless. I've got 2 games to play. That should take me the rest of my life.
But.
Nice. The 5-stage show.
I'm going to be hitting The Witcher again soon. Very soon, though. I got to get to the Bobs. That's my whole goal.
The whole goal is to see Bobs.
That's a noble goal.
Anyone specific Bobs? Yennefer's Bobs? Triss's Bobs?
Triss's Bobs.
Triss's Bobs.
I've seen Yennefer's already, so her ass, but
you've seen Triss's ass, yeah. Yennefer's ass.
So. Yennefer's ass.
Yeah.
You like Patrick Stewart, once you've done it, it's like, it's too late. I've seen it. I've seen it all.
It's too late. I've seen it all.
You have not seen what I have seen.
And their clothes are just like rotted off. And I can see everything.
I can see everything.
I can see everything.
I am the Lizard King. I can see
that is just so funny.
It's the extras, right?
Extras, yeah. That was such a good show. The Oscars.
Woo.
Some weirdness with the ratings. The first ratings that came out were 16
mil.
Oh no, 15.67 mil. Then it was up to 16 mil. Then it was up to 18 million. So they're looking around and finding ratings in their couch. It's very reminiscent of Jodie's first episode. Remember, they just kept upping it as time went on.
Oh, you can't do that.
Hey, like I said, things are looking up. It's only the 3rd lowest rated Oscars of all.
Only the 3rd lowest. Yeah. And so if you take COVID as an anomaly, let's just be kind and say the COVID one was an anomaly. Second lowest Oscars rating of all time.
Yeah, and it doesn't surprise me that this one would do a bit better, since it's like more reminiscent of actual Oscars compared to whatever the hell was that last year's, the one that was in like one that was like tiny and they reduced all the categories and they.
That's 2020.
Was 2020.
God, that was
2021.
terrible.
Sorry, 2021.
That felt like the end of the Oscars. That one.
It was.
I wish it fucking was.
They're over. I mean, they're really over because like once you see that's a peak view, right? What you see, how many people stayed in for the whole thing, you see the line go way down, right? So I'm interested. We won't get official ratings. Like these are all estimates until tomorrow, and I'm sure they'll estimate it up because everybody's in on this bullshit trying to make Hollywood all glorious again. And look, there's two like legit good stories from the Oscars. Short Round winning an Oscar was effing cool. That was cool. And Brendan Fraser winning an Oscar for a movie I will never watch.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
But I will predict this. Mark it down.
Okay.
He will be in a Mummy movie. There will be a Mummy movie in production within 2 years.
He better be growing his hair then. You ready, Gary? You ready? You ready for the first of the
and Rachel Weisz,
the DC comics I got?
I'm ready to see him.
You ready? And you're gonna understand immediately why. Because I did this on purpose. I bought these on purpose.
Is it for the? I mean, Action Comics logo looks pretty good. I mean, that's a pretty accurate Action Comics.
Slick, isn't it? It is slick.
I mean, those are good eyes. Those are really well done eyes.
I was distracted by the face so well
face is
rendered.
so well done. I mean, you could have just bought a poster. You didn't have to buy the.
Well, it was obviously Dan Jurgens. There you go.
Oh, it's Dan Jurgens. There you go.
Yeah. Dan Jurgens.
Oh, whoops! It slipped down a bit.
Oh, sorry.
There you go.
It's
wait,
Dan
on the bottom there. Could you lift it up a little bit?
Oh, it's the signature. You see the signatures.
The signature's right there. Okay,
yeah,
well, that's cool.
That's a good signature. I mean,
it's yes,
artistic signature.
It's not like if that was heavy black, it'd be too much. It'd stand out too much. So to do it in sort of like the same, sort of like a grayish. I think that does well.
It's a good image.
Good image.
Strong. Powerful. Independent.
There's a part in my video where they're talking on the red carpet and Selma Hayek comes up and Perry just fucking zooms right in on her. Okay.
That's what I did when I saw her on the red carpet,
Oh shit. Woo! Oh, that's so good. Milk truck
supporting actress. Best supporting actress, Sam Hayek's bra. that's ayo. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
Oh,
now I'm gonna bag the second one of the two.
Well, I got Riker's crotch right there.
Ooh.
Oh yes.
Yeah, Riker's crotch, baby. A little disproportionate.
That's the Riker maneuver if ever I saw one.
That's the Riker maneuver. With that.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
Oh, can we just not bring that up?
Oh, sorry.
we had the McGinnis maneuver last Friday.
That's a little bit too close to home, that one.
Oh, shit.
Oh, man.
So let's see your comic.
By the way, big props to Chris Gore, whose Oscar party was just so much fun.
That was so much fun. X-Ray Girl showed up. She was fantastic.
I know.
I don't normally see her like that, but like her personality was, as bubbly as usual, but she had slightly less knowledge than she did before.
What?
When she asked if there was a history of the world part 1.
Yeah.
You are X-Ray Girl.
You are X-Ray Girl. Are you ready for the second comic from DC that I got?
Let's do it.
Let's see it. It's gonna be a big cock.
It's the other cover.
Okay. It's like somehow it's more, but also less.
You can see the cape more. I like gloves. I
got the signature down there that time.
Could you focus a little more on the signature? It's a little blurry for me. Okay, gotcha.
Just there you go. So so I got both those covers.
So this looks like a throwback to like 2010, dude.
Well, that's like
That's all.
90s cover. That is.
No, dude. 2010, we had the Mike Mayhew She-Hulk covers, and we
Adam
had
Hughes's Catwoman and stuff.
Yeah, like all that stuff was just
the Adam Hughes's Zatanna covers. So I'm getting text my brother when he knows I'm streaming.
I will warn you in the private chat. I'm gonna for a brief, for 10 minutes, I got to dip out to double check my video, but it's a while from now. I'll let you know. And I apologize profusely for leaving for 10 minutes during the stream and coming back.
The Oscars itself, though, were we basically made our own entertainment in the Chris Gore stream.
You'd have to,
because
Jimmy Kimmel was hosting, for fuck's sake.
Oh, dude, when he's like with the woman who got her face shot, I was cringe. I was praying she would tell him to F off. That would have been the greatest Oscars moment. I got shot in the face. Go fuck yourself, Jimmy Kimmel. That would be fucking great. That would just be.
Who are you? Who did you come as today? Two-Face?
Hey, and then the January 6th joke. And as I pointed out yesterday, where was Jimmy Kimmel? Because I noticed he doesn't say a lot about the Summer of Love. The Summer of Love that was burning down half our country. BLM riots. They were riots, the mostly peaceful riots. Where was he? Oh, yeah. Taking a sabbatical to be with his family to avoid being canceled for all of his blackface. That's where Jimmy Kimmel was. Tire summer off.
I thought it'd be rehab for his alcoholism. Who is it? I can't remember who said it in Hollywood, but somebody said Jimmy Kimmel's the only person in Hollywood that absolutely nobody likes.
Well, he likes him.
Oh, he likes himself. All right.
Yeah, just a sellout, dude. That happens so much in Hollywood. Once he got a little sniff, Patton Oswalt was the same way. Like all his bros that he hung out with before just got cut off completely.
Well, I mean, we saw what Patton Oswalt did with a certain gentleman, certain comedian.
Oh yeah, yeah. That used to be hed bro. That's how Patton is. That's what he does. I knew some people who hung out with him back in the early days, and the minute he got his first paycheck from Hollywood, their number was lost. He was like, "Bye." Little weasel.
I know. Oh, ho, ho. And I just want to say, for the record, he had nothing to do with the death of his wife.
That was a little weird.
Nothing whatsoever.
I think
he had as little to do with the death of his wife as Robert Wagner did with his.
Didn't she OD? His wife OD or something like that?
Wouldn't you if you're married to Patton Oswalt?
Oh.
I'm just saying.
Yikes.
Nice.
Where's my tape? Oh, there's my tape.
Everything, everywhere, all at once won everything.
It did.
Pretty much.
It won the whole damn thing.
Which was a strong
That's low. Fucking hell. Do you know who Patton Oswalt is, mate? Do you know what a piece of fucking shit that guy is? You ain't been around these parts, sir. You ain't been around these parts if you don't know, sir.
I do believe it was Patton who said, "Why can't you all go get Uber Eats, plebs?" During the lockdown.
He gets plenty. Sorry, Molly.
Go on.
Oh, just that it was a safe bet that Everything Everywhere Once was going to win a shit ton, but even I didn't expect they'd win that many. I was like, oh shit, all right.
Well, when Short Round won Best Supporting Actor, I said on the stream, I got a feeling that this is the start of a sweep for Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Dude, it ended the Asian hate overnight. That's what it did.
and then we managed to start it back up again in the stream.
I know.
You guys think of the movie?
Really proud of. I loved it. It's my favorite movie of 2022.
I thought it was good. I thought it was really good. Yeah, I mean, like, I'd rather have that win than women talking or whatever the hell. I mean, Top Gun Maverick should have won for a lot of reasons. A lot of reasons. Everything Everywhere All at Once. Is it like a best picture that will be remembered forever? No, it won't. It won't. Maverick will be, and Maverick will be because it's very evergreen, right? So, and it's also something that when Steven Spielberg walks up to the star of the movie and says, "You saved our ass," it should have swept the Oscars. But so No Way Home should have too, because it saved Hollywood's ass. But that's, Paul Chato was talking about this on their stream. Like, this is why Hollywood is effing dumb, and that's why the Oscars were dumb. So they still lean to identity politics heavily. Like, let's be real. This is a good movie. It was deserving as it being a little bit overpraised because of the Asian representation, because of Stop the Asian Hate, because Hollywood can only focus on one race at a time. Yes, it's Hollywood's bigotry of low expectations, while being a good movie. But you could say that about every best picture over the last 10 or 12 years, and this is easily one of the best ones, if not the best one that's won in a long. I can't even remember, Mahler. Coda won last year.
I didn't see that.
I didn't hear it either.
I didn't watch the Oscars last year. I don't think. I think I was watching Chris Gore's Oscar stream last year.
Dude, the main thing I wanted to see was who won Best Actor. That was like something I had some investment in, I guess.
Yeah.
A lot of people wanted.
Everybody was rooting for it, but I thought. I'm sorry, I keep calling him Short Round, but I can't pronounce his name. Sorry. I thought he had a really good speech.
Dr. Jones.
I thought he had a really good speech about gratitude and not giving up on your dreams and
family.
But when he said, Bob, I won an Oscar or whatever, I was like, oh,
that's fucking great. That's what it should be.
He was really great in the movie. I remember finding out that was Short Round. I was like, holy fuck.
Yeah, I knew it was, but I didn't know he was still. I thought he had given up on acting, but no, he was trying. He just wasn't getting roles, right? But he got the right role. Everybody loves a comeback story.
Well, yeah, you got that, which is more of a just awareness of the actor doing stuff, and then Brendan Fraser was. Depending on what you know, it's like his life's been pretty tragic.
Horrible. Yeah.
Thanks to Hollywood.
I mean, when you go into a nest of vipers, you're going to get bit.
That's the other part I was thinking about. And I tried to say it. I got talked over, but I'm like, look at all the people who abused him applauding him. We gave you this award for being buggered.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's plenty of people there who've been there for ages. They'll know. Because
Terry Crews said he was sexually assaulted, didn't he? As well.
That's the thing that we haven't even gotten to the era where they start to catch up on what happens to the men in Hollywood. They still haven't, even though with that much publicity for one of the biggest stories of
men don't matter, Mauler.
Unfortunate, but hey, because I assume you were saying you should expect it going into the Viper's Nest or whatever. I assume Brenda did not know that. Part of how Hollywood gets new meat to grind is that they're like, we're great here. You'd love it. Come on in. It's a world of dreams.
I'll take your clothes off.
But what was it? Dante said this. Oh, no, it was the other guy. Weber said this isn't the Grammys. This is the Oscars. I'm all no. Actually, it's the Grammys now. Because if you go back to the Grammys ratings from 5 or 6 years ago, that's what the Oscars ratings are now.
Hey-o.
So it is. It's the Grammys. These award shows are on their way out. Fucking old people and weird influencers are watching it, and that's about it. And we're watching it to fucking roast it. But nobody cares about the second highest, maybe even third highest form of entertainment awarding itself for a bunch of fucking garbage for the 12th year in a row. A circle jerk of debauchery. Hey, there was a lot of outfits that were super revealing. I'm not against that, but I will say that them talking, just out their ass all the time. Hugh Grant was fucking spot on.
Yeah,
that clip was great.
And it was
it's a circle jerk. It's a fucking circle jerk, and comes out the day before banks are starting to collapse. People are, having a hard time out there while all these fucking rich motherfuckers supported the person in office responsible for this and the regime responsible for this and the governor responsible. And then they try to break out all this shit like, well, during COVID, it was tough. You assholes got to work through COVID. So stop saying that.
Yeah. And I loved it when when Hugh Grant mentioned the Vanity Fair, as in the actual expression.
Yeah.
The Vanity Fair. And
vanity.
she thought he was talking about the fucking magazine.
Yeah.
And I just howled with laughter. I was like,
Bimbo power.
How fucking dumb are you?
Well, so this is the thing, man. When I saw that clip and then I saw people saying like what a dick Hugh Grant was, and I was like, what do you mean? She asked him what it was like to work on a film he was in for like, as he said, 3 seconds. He opened a door. He just said hello. So like, honestly, it's kind of a dick move to be like, what was it like working on it? It's like, funny. Like, but no, she's serious because she clearly didn't care that much about what. Because you're supposed to know about this shit, right? If you're going to be interviewing actors on the red carpet, find out what fucking movies they're in.
No, that's another thing. It was a time when there was people on the red carpet and critics who actually knew what the fuck they were talking about and like were into this stuff. It wasn't necessarily going to school, but into this stuff. We missed the days of, Siskel and Ebert and Rex Reed. Rex Reed was was catty but good. He was a good critic. Not anymore.
He was just so British in that clip. I loved it.
I know.
And then he went, what are you wearing? And he went, my suit.
Grant.
My suit, yeah. What
you
like,
wearing?
oh wow, who made it? He's like, Blake Taylor.
Oh, good. I'm looking at that comic. Good stuff.
Batman Gothic.
Yep.
Yeah.
Completely removing all of the bluster and bullshit, like surface level stuff. I wish everyone talked like that at the Oscars. It'd be great.
That's how the Oscars can continue. If they really want to continue in modern times, keep your fucking fancy outfits. Nobody wants to get comedians to roast the shit out of you, be self-deprecating and be grateful. Be great. Like, hey, we get to pretend. We're adults and we're playing make-believe for a living. And some people still like us, and some of us really enjoy this make-believe. But it's make-believe, okay? You're not changing the effing world. It's make-believe. It's
the
fun.
thing about ego that they don't, that like prevents you from understanding. When they do like roasts, when they have a bunch of people come in to just roast a person in like a show or whatever, a lot of people might be like, oh, I never want that. It's like, well, you don't understand. It's like, it's actually celebratory of that person. That's like the whole point of all of it. So when you have the Oscars and you actually had Ricky Gervais hosting it and a bunch of other comedians on the red carpet fucking with everybody and they're all giving like down-to-earth answers, not only would we find it way more interesting, we'd probably start being like, the Oscars are kind of cool. Kind of.
But they do take themselves way too seriously.
Absolutely, yeah.
And they don't like self-deprecation. They pretend, but they hate it. Absolutely hate it.
I don't even believe they like being there for that much. They're there for like, to let people know they're still around, and then obviously if they need to collect an award,
they're there to be seen.
Did you see that clip where Jimmy Kimmel is about to ask the audience a question, and the camera pans over to Nicole Kidman because it's like that area, and she thinks he's going to ask her a question, and she makes this like face of like, oh for fuck's sake, and then he says Jessica Chastain, which is a seat behind her, and then she goes like, oh thank fuck.
And Jessica Chastain had to take a mask
off.
Take
her mask off because she was the only one with a mask on there. Oh, geez.
Yeah, somebody in the chat said, bring back Dennis Pennis. I was thinking exactly that a couple of minutes ago when we talked about on the red carpet, because Dennis Pennis used to... I mean, he says, I regret doing that. I was just young and on a lot of cocaine. But Dennis Pennis was great because it just lampooned... celebrities, and it was fun to watch.
Well, that's what we do now, and because it's so easy, and because they take themselves so seriously. At least, like, when Karen Gillan gets called out for that Guardians poster, that is the way you respond. The way she responded is exactly how you respond. You don't go, that was sexist and misogynist. She's like, that was a pretty bad pose. You know, and we know like she was taking responsibility for some horrible Photoshop that did try to make it look like a dude. Still, great response. That's how you do it. That's how things get put out. And you know, and it shows that she's, you know, probably has some self-confidence, some self-esteem.
Yeah.
Love you. Great night.
How'd you feel the next day, Chris?
Oh, I bet his head was smashed in pieces.
Was he having a bit of the sauce? Was that it?
He had a little bit of the sauce, yeah.
Towards the end, Chris, like they'd announce a winner. He's all, I called that one, and Alan's like, no, actually, you didn't.
Yeah. I asterisked it though. I asterisked it. That should count.
Either of you guys see Elvis?
No.
That's a film that everyone's like, I guess, happy didn't win anything because it's a bit strange. It's you guys must have seen the Romeo and Juliet film.
Yeah,
the same guy, Baz Luhrmann, I think, right?
Yeah, and I hated that movie, so I didn't.
I think most people hate it. It's pretty tacky. I don't know.
Freaking hated it. Yeah.
And that's the thing people came away from with the Elvis film was it's a bit tacky. The editing and
yeah, it's like walking into like his movies are like walking into a late 70s, early 80s Vegas casino.
Oh wow.
But not in a good way. Not in a good way.
I liked Austin Butler in it, but I'm sorry. Brendan Fraser, I'm sorry.
I mean, not that the casinos aren't tacky today, because they are. But I've grown to kind of like tacky casino carpet. Ever since Fear and Loathing and the carpet crawled up the wall, and I'm like, I've seen that on acid before.
To mimic you, Gary, the whale. Very happy for Brendan Fraser. I'll never watch that movie.
No, I'll never watch a Darren Aronofsky movie ever again. It's like, hey, do you feel sad? Do you want to feel sadder?
It is, yeah. I really like The Whale. I thought it was great.
Sad? Do you
Specifically, by the way, for his performance. I don't think that film would be anywhere near as good without his efforts. He does a really good job in it, but it's not the happiest of films, no.
I like the Twitter meltdown of how ableist it was and how fat phobic it was.
Remember Requiem for a Dream, where the guy who was the best off by the end of the movie was the guy who went to prison?
Yes. Yeah, and everyone else is absolutely fucked.
Yeah. Oh, such a... I got out of that movie. I'm like, man, that guy needs to get laid or something. He's like, he needs to be happy or something. I don't know. He needs to be happy.
Yeah. I literally at the end, the mum's been, put into a psychiatric ward. The woman, Jennifer Connelly's doing fucking ass-to-ass dildo.
Yep.
For drugs.
The mom is delusional.
So she thinks she's still going to be on the TV show. And
she's abandoned. Jared Leto loses his arm.
He loses his arm because of drugs.
Drugs, yeah.
And Williams is in prison and can't get out.
And can't get out. But he'll eventually get out and be able to turn on his life. Jared Leto will probably continue doing drugs. Lawrence will be dead. And the mom is like, that's the saddest one. It's just absolutely abandoned, forgotten. It's horrible. Horrible. God, makes me want to call my mom right now.
I remember when I saw that, I was like, that film was incredible. I'm never going to watch it again.
But was it worth it for the first time around?
No.
No.
No. It just absolutely destroyed me mentally.
That and Crash. So many people were like, you've got to see this movie. It's our tour. And I watched them both. I'm like, shit, double shit.
Well, funnily enough, it's movies like The Whale that, like, a lot of people thought, like, will this be the thing that can get him back up the ladder? Because it's like it's a film, a story that's built entirely on one performance, pretty much. There's other people doing well in it, but it's what gets the Academy's attention as well. And
I am way more happier for him to win and good. And if people like the movie, I will never watch that movie ever.
No. Oh, the When Everywhere, Everything, Everywhere, all at once won the because we had the volume off because none of us wanted to listen to the fucking Oscars. And the guy, when he's accepting it, says, thanks to my mom for letting me just be artistic and express myself, for being this and that, and for dressing up in drag as a kid, which, by the way, there's nothing wrong with that. And then the crowd just went, woo! And I was thinking to myself, well, there's nothing wrong as a kid if your kid's dressing up and whatever. That's just kid shit. Do you know what is wrong though? When a fucking man does it in front of a kid.
Yeah. And
gets the kid to shove money down their pants. That's what people are actually not happy with.
Two things. So yeah, kids are gonna work it out. Let the kids work it out. Whatever they want to play with, they're gonna play with, and they're born the way they're born. That's the way it goes, man. But I agree with Az. I think you draw the line with a 40-year-old man waving his balls in front of a 6-year-old.
Everyone as a kid's put their mum's high heels on and tried to walk. Come on. Everyone's tried to do stupid shit like that when they're kids.
Yeah. That's
not necessarily put dresses and shit on, but
so yeah, there's nothing wrong with drag. Like, for adults, rock on, have fun. Nothing wrong with it, and nothing wrong with
for adults though. And
nothing wrong with being born the way you're born. But there's a lot wrong with fucking with kids. Gotta draw the line there. Stop conflating the two because you're starting because it's bad. It's bad for your movement. It's really, really bad for your movement. Sets it back years.
Well, it's Hollywood, so
yep.
It's like a fucking recruitment ceremony.
But those guys, who said on the stream that those guys or some of those guys worked for Marvel, and they broke off and did Everything Everywhere All at Once?
Mm-hmm.
I forgot who said that though. I haven't fact checked that. But
I don't know.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, they were Marvel boys that broke away, and they did their own multiverse movie, and it was a million times better than anything that Marvel's put out as a multiverse.
How can you say that? Wakanda Forever was up for an Oscar.
It won an Oscar.
One, yeah.
Saucer separation.
Okay. Best costume.
I mean, I don't even know if that's true. Like
It's not. They later showed a special effects thing where they show people putting on the CG costumes, like later in the episode.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I've seen all the entries for best costume, but come on.
I thought Elvis would win that. I thought Elvis would win that, or Babylon, because those are period pieces with those usually win the costume.
Yeah.
In Babylon, absolutely tanked at the cinema.
It did. Well, was it's kind of funny. It's a movie. Correct me if I'm wrong, Chris. It's about the transitioning from
what's gotta be trans?
The silent movies to the talkies, and it's just a bunch of partying while your world is changing and falling down. And it's I think it's probably pretty accurate to what's going on with Hollywood today.
Yeah.
And even made more accurate by the film actually flopping. So it actually sent the perfect message.
It needed to flop.
It needed to flop. Yes.
Yeah.
I've actually seen, because I didn't know what it's about, but I've heard people say that it flopping proves its point. I was like, okay.
Oh, fuck off!
I don't know. I don't even like if it's.
Do you know what people hate? They hate self-aggrandizing Hollywood sniffing its fucking own farts. This is a piece about Hollywood. This is the life here, okay?
How good do those farts smell, though? Come on.
Do you know what the most
they smell like champagne?
The most accurate film about Hollywood is Boogie Nights.
Thank you. Yeah. Or Buggery Nights.
Yeah.
Oh.
Heyo. I was so happy on Chris Gore's stream when they were discussing She Said, and they were talking. They were talking about how good She Said was, and I said, was Leslie Headland in that feeding Harvey Weinstein with women? And
like he's
one of the panel went no, and I went, oh, so it's fiction then? Okay. Oh, that made my night. That made my night. That one.
I just wanted to show you this cover again, as with no context.
Oh, I know. Absolutely no context whatsoever. But I love Michelle Yeoh. I've always been a big fan of Michelle Yeoh. I actually just bought Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon on 4K because I adore that film.
That's a good movie. She was a good blonde girl.
Yes.
Tomorrow Never Dies.
But I'm a big fan of Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, House of the Flying Daggers, Hero. Oh my God. Have you ever seen Hero?
Yep.
Jet Li, right?
Yeah. I don't think I've managed to watch Hero without bawling my eyes out at the end.
Ah, you girl.
I know.
Gay.
But the ending is so, like all the endings, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
He's so powerful and so good. And it's, oh my God.
I need to watch it again. It's been years.
Oh, holy shit. Here, thank you, chat. Hero. A lot of people, a lot of love for a Hero. And then this from DS. Gay! I know. But proud, gay and proud of that one. Yeah, every single time I've watched Hero, it's crazy. I have just been unable to stop the old waterworks at the end there. And I watched all right, since we're doing all the gay confessions, I watched Transformers the movie yesterday because I've been watching Transformers the TV show. And I've gone through the first 2 seasons, and then it's the movie, then it's season 3, season 4. So I finished season 2, I put Transformers the movie on, and I thought, I'm just going to be absolutely fine when Optimus Prime dies. And then Optimus Prime dies, and I'm like, why have I got a lump in my throat? Stop it!
Chat, I just wanted to know he is talking about the Michael Bay movies, yes.
Yes.
Oh, no! And I was just like, I can't believe I've got a lump in my throat off after. Terrible, man.
Also, don't forget she was in Blood Origins. Like, she was also in Star Trek Discovery, right, Michelle Yeoh?
Yeah. Empress Yao or whatever.
Oof. Well,
she was the captain of the that Mikey Burnham got killed.
I thought, wait, Michael Burnham dies? I thought they were in like all...
No, Mikey Burnham got Michelle Yeoh killed.
Ah.
Yeah.
Hey, Alex, if I do, which I don't, but if I do, I don't take a photograph of it and start posting it all over fucking Twitter. This is me watching a Hero. This is me watching Optimus Prime die.
You know, Stat, he takes a photo like to 100 of the same time and then just posts them whenever he watches a movie. We are talking about Kevin Smith, right?
Yeah. Kevin Smith crying at the end of Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. That was his application to be a director of a Marvel movie.
He should donate his penis to somebody who wants to be a man.
Boom. Headshot. But yeah, I mean, I got to watch Hero again now. I'm going to watch it tonight. I'm going to watch it tonight.
Guess what?
Teapot.
Remember when I said, yeah, I can't get the 66 Batman, dude. The Batmobile, right? I'm like, there's just it's not gonna fit my house.
I mean that boy,
yeah.
That boy that right there.
Yeah. So it's not gonna fit my house. I'm glad I didn't order it. Apparently,
you did.
About a year and a half ago, I did. I got an email today going, it's ready to ship. I'm all, what's ready to ship?
I got a 1 in 6 vehicle confession as well.
That happened where fucking delivery turns up and you're like, oh,
dude, that happened with my Superman statue. My wife's like, what's being taken off of a truck on a pallet right now? No, that's my Superman statue, dear.
Oopsies.
It's the
She's all,
Superman
you
statue.
couldn't have waited till we moved to buy that. I'm all, no, it was a really good deal.
Yeah. I ordered myself a DeLorean, 1 in 6 DeLorean, Back to the Future 2. And then one of my friends who's a massive Back to the Future fan, I thought I'd do them a solid, and I got them one. And theirs shipped before mine. Okay,
like,
okay, whatever,
Yeah.
fine. But then I got a notification
Saying yours got canceled.
No, nearly. It wasn't protected, but I got a notification saying, we're about to ship your DeLorean. By the way, you haven't paid for it yet.
You're like,
And I was just like, I haven't got the room for this DeLorean. So I was like, cancel.
you did? Yeah.
I just don't have the room. If I haven't paid for it, awesome. If I paid for it, then I would have shipped it across. But because I hadn't paid for it, I just pre-ordered it. I was like, I don't have the room. Even my storage is running out of freaking space.
Yeah, it's time to.
It's time to make some decisions.
Comic books. I'll just get some good there,
Well, that's what I've been doing. I've got some comics coming tomorrow. I got some arrived today. And not these ones. I mean, more different ones. So yeah, it's just like honestly, guys, you have yeah. You have no idea how big. Well, some of you do, but you have no idea how big these 1 in 6 vehicles are. I just couldn't. I have nowhere now. It would literally go on the floor in the front room.
Okay, so that's where my Jazz Inc. Batman or Superman versus Batman versus Superman, whatever the fuck it is. Batmobile, which I like a lot, is on the floor. It's just
the Schießmobile, yeah,
on the floor. Yeah,
mine's in storage.
Bringing them up off the ceiling and stuff.
Yeah,
that's what you have to do.
It's got little stones in it. It looks nice right over there.
Well, I've got my Batwing. My Batwing arrived, and that's bigger than That's bigger than my fucking sofa, and it's not out of the box yet.
All I'm hearing is complaints.
You know what? Put a couple of cushions on it. It's your sofa. There you go.
No, but it's too big, so it's like wonked. It's like on the rest of the sofa, and then go because I got two. So I know young butternut. I know quitter, but
quitter.
You know the answer is always yes. Sometimes the yes answer is no.
Yep.
I got it. I'm just running out of room. I'm just about to show the Mauler the first appearance of a character which you fucked up the order on. King Shark. This is the first appearance of King Shark.
Oh, that's cool.
Hey, where is our 1/6 King Shark?
Mine's downstairs.
Is it?
Yeah.
Why didn't get mine? Maybe I didn't know.
Did yours get cancelled like Mauler's did?
Maybe Gary.
Can't remember.
I got my Iron Man though, and he's awesome. So
I ordered mine through Sideshow. I got some weird Hong Kong company. I ordered Darkside, which I'll never order again because they said, we need additional shipping, and you missed the email, so we canceled your order and we gave you a coupon towards buying something else. I'm like, okay, so I go to the site. The coupon is for $1 Hong Kong. I go to the email. I said, fuck your communist ass. Go fuck yourself. I'll never order from you again. That's all I could do. And yeah. There you go.
Yeah, I think I got an email saying you haven't paid for the postage either. Please select the postage that you want.
They never sent the email. It was fully paid.
I think I know exactly which company you're talking about as well.
Yep.
I got mine. I mean, I got mine, but that's because I did pay the postage. Douche. King Sharks, King Jawas.
Hell yeah.
Boobies.
They got to keep my money though. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's never a good thing.
Rage. Hence the rage. Like, I'm not getting the money back. Well, I'm gonna insult you.
I think a higher power is. I think a higher power is trying to tell me to ease back on some of this because I saw a bunch of Squid Game stuff, and I was like, I gotta have this, and then I gotta have that. I'm gonna put that with that. And
wait, are you telling me they're selling merchandise for the anti-capitalist message?
Yes, yes.
Irony.
Am I the only one who thought that show was a little bit more complicated than anti-capitalist?
Well, I mean, Gary's he's been
all right because loads of people that takes
he criticized. He criticized
when the showrunners come out and say it's an anti-capitalist message. I got to take them at their word.
Right. I mean,
but clearly the messages there's a lot more complex than that.
It's way more complex because it doesn't really say that the other way is better. Okay.
No, in actual fact, it shows the other way is just as bad.
Yeah, it does. So that way, that I credit it for. But the fact that they're selling merchandise, I find funny.
Yeah, well, like I put a load. I got a load, and I was like, "Oh, this has got a little bit out of hand." And I thought, "Fuck it, let's do it." And when I pressed the button, it said, "Oh, because you've been adding to the basket, your time limit has run out on the first item, so you got to go back and reorder the first item." So I just went cancel, just cancel all. It's like I need to start counting to 50, then making a decision on.
So Oscars, third lowest Oscars.
Yes.
Ever. Disney's like falling apart, dude.
Yes.
I like that Little Mermaid trailer, whatever. I mean, like
the Snyder cut.
Snyder cut. Yeah.
Snyder cut is so good. That is such a perfect description of it. And somebody needs to recut it with slow motion and Snyder music. Somebody needs to do that. And it wouldn't take very much effort.
Do you swim?
Guys,
you will.
I don't know if you're watching Disbrew. Disbrew's been putting up a couple of clips, but like he and I have been trudging through Empowered.
Oh right. God, yeah.
Good God, is it like 1,000 times worse than I thought it would be? I'd rather watch fucking Velma again than have to sit through this.
Wow.
Damn.
So self-aggrandizing, circle jerk, flicking too hard. It is.
What? You mean the show made exclusively for females by females that have been basically propped together by males are celebrating themselves as self-aggrandizing?
Mahler, I shared one of the pictures with you. One of the four heroes. Four heroes are the women of Wakanda, because we can't, the
ethno state.
Yeah, the ethno state.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Captain Marvel, the authoritarian personality-less person. And
is that a personal attack or something?
Yes, it is. And then Gamora, the one likable character, and they immediately in 5 minutes make her unlikable. It's like, oh, don't. No, I like Gamora. Oh, I like her. I like Zoe. Don't. And then it wraps up. This is empowering. This is about inspiring little girls. Scarlet Witch.
I mean,
the mass murderer of
you two can destroy the multiverse.
You two can murder indiscriminately for fake children.
Little girls
you just met
too.
While fucking an electrical toy
that breaks. And then when your electrical toy breaks, you imagine a couple of children and kill thousands of people for them.
We've all been there.
We've all been there. We've all been there.
What makes it so relatable?
So empowering.
Oh my God.
So empowering that they delayed all their female shows coming out on Disney Plus.
They delayed everything, and there's no release dates yet for Loki or Secret Invasion, which the only two shows that just so happen to be male led.
I swear they said Loki was meant to be coming out in March at one point.
I thought that was
they said spring. They did say spring, but now they changed it. It's supposed to be July.
They're pushing back the ladies too, Gary, as you know.
She-Hulk is the last. What was that?
They're pushing back the ladies too, right? In the Marvels.
Yeah. They pushed back the ladies to November, and the last series to air was She-Hulk. And
Man.
like Moon Knight was out by now last year. Okay, so Moon Knight was out. They want to have a series every quarter. That's their whole point, and they pulled back on all that immediately. It's all being quietly redone, and I still think they could put Marvels on Disney Plus. I still think it's a possibility.
Tell me, Gary.
A possibility, but a possibility.
Tell me, Gary.
Yeah.
Are you an Egyptian superhero?
I am. Do. Hang on. Share this. Tell me when you're sharing.
I am.
Okay, this is a clip. This Bruce shared this. This Bruce shared this. It's just a little clip from the Women of Wakanda.
Women who look like me in their resplendent glory were few and far between and had never been quite realized or seen before. Women who look like me.
What's happening? What's the visual?
Resplendent glory.
What?
Who are those like people that is flashing on
Those are
screen?
Wakandans, but I just love that she refers to herself in the resplendent glory.
Is she referring to?
She's referring to herself.
She's referring to herself.
Resplendent glory.
Yes.
Here I am on the Real BBC in my resplendent glory.
Why would you? Who wrote that? Why?
You see, Angela, that's why you didn't win the fucking Oscar, sweetheart. Okay.
We like you. You're a good actress. You're a really good actress.
Yeah, but you don't. You're not winning an Oscar for Wakanda for fucking
no,
ever.
You didn't deserve. You did not deserve that nomination. That film is garbage. The only reason it won was or got nominated for anything was identity politics. That's it. That's all. End of story. I don't see people breaking down how good this movie was because it wasn't. But it made $800 million. Yeah, it got a later release in China. So what? And it was also living off of the previous movie, which it made about half of what the previous movie did, because it missed the main character, Black Panther, which is why people go to watch these movies. We don't want to see women most affected.
I mean, she's like, particularly for her age, and I don't mean that as a slight. She's absolutely stunning.
Yep.
But
you might even say she's glorious.
Resplendent. Like, be humble, okay?
Exactly. But let's just have a little bit of.
Do you know how hot I am?
You know,
you know. So she's basically saying. So you basically saying that the hot black women are not seen because. Oh,
dude, that's what this whole thing is. Is we can find
not in resplendent glory
in the same sentence a couple of times. No, more than a couple of times. It's I've always been a fan of this stuff. Followed by I've never seen myself in it.
Yeah.
What does one have to do with the other? You're an adult.
Quite
now.
A lot when you break it down.
You're an adult now. And, if you want to imagine yourself as Spider-Man, if you're a little black girl, you can. You have your imagination. You could just be Spider-Man. That's fine.
But the adult wants the self-insert.
Yeah, but we're talking about adult.
A narcissistical adult.
I would like to see the percentage broken down of adults to under 18 who see Marvel movies now. I think it's more adults, a lot more adults. I'll have to look. I have not looked at that number. I could be wrong, but I feel like every movie I go to, I mostly see adults. So
you have not seen
what
I have seen.
What I've seen. It's pretty bad. So there you go. That's just a little crumb of how. Speaking
about the resplendent women of Marvel, I got a thing. So you know this little rumor poo going around that Brie Larson was a little bit of a upset diva on the set of the Marvels. Very difficult to work with because she was highly annoyed that it was now the Marvels and not Captain Marvel 2. So remember that moment when she's on the black carpet and the guy went, so tell me, are you gonna play Captain Marvel again? And she said, well, does anyone want me to?
No. Does anybody want me?
And we thought that she was responding to criticism of her. I don't think so. I think that was a shot at the studio exec saying, do you want me to continue as Captain Marvel? If that goes in line with being difficult on set with the Marvels, I don't know. What do you think?
I think it's absolutely preposterous to believe that Brie Larson could be difficult on set.
What if they like said you definitely get to lead the Avengers and you get your next movie, but you got to do a couple things for us, like the YouTube channel or whatever else. And she's done her part, so to speak. And she's like, "When do I get my? And then they're like, "You'll get it. It's just going to be called The Marvels." And then she was like, "What the fuck?"
Well, I'm 100% positive, 100, not even 99.9, that her PR firm said you need to start a YouTube channel and work on your character. Yeah, because people, are not responding to you, Brie. You need to try and win them over with your beautiful.
How can you lead the Avengers if you're plank wood?
I'm absolutely convinced that was the case. But holy, it's not apparently not good news, not positive information is coming out about the Marvels. A bit of a mess.
What?
I know.
Why?
Because nobody gives a fuck.
I don't understand anymore.
And it's just the whole marketing around it is women.
Yeah.
So it's just more phase 4 trash.
Kind of bag and board mine. The guy who sold me that set sold me like all the Superboys too, and Supergirls, and I got
get the Lois Lanes as well.
Some. Yeah.
Damn.
That was such a
time to be powerful, Gary.
Time to be powerful.
To be empowered.
Empowered.
Oh my God, it's so fucking insufferable.
It is, and it was such a great gift from the content gods. I was like, wow. Now I have too much work to do, but that's good. That's good. You always want to be too busy.
I just love the acute lack of self-awareness. That's my favorite part of all.
Yep.
You can tell that was done a while ago, and during the phase 4 era, and now look where we are. I bet hardly anybody has watched that on Disney Plus.
Someone should make a podcast for this called Resplendent Glory.
I know, right?
With a picture of Angela Bassett just hanging up behind, Oh boy. Oh man, I don't even want to get into. Oh, by the way, Morley hates me. Very.
I do.
I mean, I don't blame him.
I've been on EFAP for like a year and a half, right? Yeah. And the one EFAP he invites me back to is fucking Shazam 2.
What? Mahler? Did he?
Do I have to explain myself?
I think you do.
Yeah.
Is anybody supposed? Are you doing it the day it comes out? Because
listen. Everyone who's been invited has been told you have about a day, maybe 2, to see the movie because that's how long people will remember it. We gotta go. You got no time.
When's it come out?
Like
it's Friday.
Thursday.
God,
Friday?
Yeah.
Thursday for Australians, so they're lucky enough to see it ahead of us.
I don't know if I can be.
I didn't even want to watch.
You guys see that clip with that woman who moves cities or whatever?
Oh.
It's supposed to be like really cool and funny, and I was just like, did she just kill an entire city? Like what? I don't know if you saw it. I was just like, fucking hell.
I didn't see that. Was
okay,
that
so
what was it? Lucy Liu?
Lucy
Liu did
it was
that,
Helen Mirren commands
Helen Mirren.
like some woman. It's not Lucy Liu, it's someone else. I don't recognize her.
Okay, like I don't want to see my superhero. Like I don't care how this sounds. I don't want to see my superhero fighting like 80-year-old women.
No,
I just don't.
Do you think Kate Blanchett is the cutoff point? Ragnarok.
Maybe.
Like she was sexy as fuck.
She was kind of sexy.
She was, but now you can tell they're putting white male protagonists against female antagonists for like all the time now. But that's what Doctor Strange was.
Well, we've had like the old witch
a bad
archetype
or
and stuff before, right?
Sure. And if you mix it up, fine. But like, dude, I also want to see like Hulk fight the Abomination And when we got the Hulk and the Abomination that looked properly, they were a fucking joke at the end of a fucking She-Hulk show.
Both of them were.
Dude,
yeah.
Do you remember how we were so spoiled? That was what we were complaining about. The hero would fight the like evil version of themselves. I'd fucking much prefer to go back to that. Remember that was like all of Phase 1 complaints and Phase 2, I think. A lot of people were like, Iron Man just fought bigger Iron Man. Thor fought Loki, so that's that's different.
Brothers,
Cap fought, Red Hitler. We got
Captain fought the antithesis of himself.
He did, because Red Skull was like the super soldier serum gone wrong, right?
Yeah. Villain. He's an OG awesome villain when done right. Is like just a little bit below Doctor Doom.
Oh yeah, no, I'm saying
he's Jordan Peterson. Remember,
things would. You guys must remember things were different back in Phase 1 and 2. People's complaints were like, "I could use a bit more world building. Can we have a bit more, connecting stuff?" Nowadays it's like, can I have a story, characters, anything?
Yeah.
Men. Can we have some men? Some masculinity? No? Okay.
Nope.
Okay.
I got gone. It's gone. And if you thought things were going to get better with Phase 5,
I got good news, guys. I got good news about Phase 5. No, Gary. I got good news about Phase 5.
What's the good news?
The good news is the villain of Phase 5 is a guy that's been beaten twice already.
Yay! Kind of 3 times, just saying.
Because when you beat your villain twice already, that means you root for them more.
Why would you? Writers.
Hi, my name's Az. You don't root for the villains normally.
We went from architects of the Marvel Cinematic Universe being Jon Favreau, Robert Downey Jr., Joss Whedon, James Gunn, even Edgar Wright was involved, including some comic people involved, to Rick and Morty writers.
Every fucking Marvel film has a Rick and Morty writer on it now. And that show went to fucking shit as well.
How many of them knew that the guy voicing all the characters was like trying to hook up with 16-year-olds?
Oh, that is bad.
Allegedly. Not proven.
Well, I don't know. The text messages are pretty.
Court of law. But
I want men chat. I want men. Make Marvel male again.
Yep.
Let's give him some of that man booty.
Yeah, give me that hot, sweaty, muscular man back. It's not gay.
It's not gay.
It's not gay. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
All right. You guys continue on.
Is this the 10-minute? I will start some super chats then.
There you go.
Very well.
I'm going to even put in the private chat. BR back. Okay, Gary. He's getting on. Chat. Leave him be. He's getting on now. Come on now. Let's go through some supery duperies. Joe Blah with a 550 Canadian says, in the X-Men comics, Magneto refers to mutants as Homo superior humans. Yeah. Little did we know this was foreshadowing for the future of the comic book industry characters. That's homosexual superior that you've got it slightly confused with. Like the joke though, good joke. Slack Attack with a $5 says best Superman stories to get in trade paperback or hardcover. Superman all seasons. Superman, Death of Superman, it's great. Reign of Superman, great. Trade paperback of the first 5, maybe 6 issues, can't remember, of Action Comics for Rebirth. Dan Jurgens coming back, Doomsday, Wonder Woman in that. Good stuff. That's a nice little bits to get you started off with.
Yeah.
Any suggestions?
Simpsons comics. I read them. They were neat.
Yay! Striker X24 with $10 says, Gary, would you be nervous if Elon came onto FNT or the real BBC because of how you left Tesla? He won't. I can speak for Gary. No. Az has said, not at all. What are your... Oh, there you go. Thank you, dude. Yeah, I appreciate that. Not at all. What are your thoughts? Also, hail, or you guys keep me sane at work. Thank you, man. I guarantee you, it would not be remotely awkward for Gary. People leave jobs all the time.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal. JS Pena with a $5 says, panel, would you rather be trapped in a room with a Cyberman, doesn't matter which version, or a non-binary psycho Cyberman?
Well, Cybermen have those. Wait, do all versions have the one where they grab you and electrify you, whatever? Or was that?
I don't know. I think that's. I think that was only New Who, really.
New Who.
Wasn't it?
All right.
Yeah.
Whichever one the weakest, shittiest version is, then I'll knock him over.
The Mondasian Spider-Man. The Cyber Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
The Mondasian Spider-Man. That version.
I'll take on Spider-Man. Let's do it.
The Mondasian Cyberman. Although I think they do look cool. The Mondasian Cybermen. They are my favorite. They're my favorite aesthetic of Cybermen.
Hey.
Torgo the White with a $2. Punctual and heterosexual. Well done, unbreaded. Thank you. See, it's nice to be rewarded for being on time and straight instead of late and gay. Gavin with a €10. Oh no. My mommy said comics make you a sissy. That is true. Your mum's correct. Huh?
I said got him.
Oh, I thought you said got him. Dark Warlord with a 12-month Witcher says, hail as. Here's to a year of membership with you. Thank you. Thank you for all the entertainment that you provide to us since the WoW days. Also, MILF Manor Jose is killing me. I think it's the final episode of MILF Manor next week.
Sorry, that concept is just funny to me. Oh god, we're hitting the MILF Manor finale, everybody.
Well, it's got like a very specific following, but my god, they are loving the reviews. God bless them. I'm doing it for them.
Is there something to look forward to in the? Is there a storyline that's been building up or anything?
Well, in the latest episode, they kicked a shitload of them out.
Okay.
Right? You had to text the person. Well, you had to text the name of the person that you want to continue your journey with in the house. Okay. And if that person texts your name and you match up, then you stay. And you can explore where you go from here. However, if you don't, you're out. Damn. So I think there's only 3 couples that matched, and the rest of the people got kicked out of the house.
Well, shit.
So the first thing that they do is they get friends or family members from those people to come meet them for dinner to meet the boys, literally the boys, who they want to date, and one of them set up a very, very obvious honey trap for Jose. And she was just like, if I asked you out on a date right now, would you go on a date with me? And Jose's like, no, Jose no date you fucking whore. Jose in love with your mom. Jose want to date your mom. He like your mom. He dump his Tinder sauce into the rear entrance of a donut shop at 1 p.m. because I ordered before 8 p.m. the previous night. Okay? Jose respect your mom. Respect the woman. And the 20-year-old one, who was hooking up with this 60-year-old woman, one of the daughters of another contestant said, hey, I like you. Do you want to keep in touch? And he was like, yep. So next week, when they decide whether or not outside of the house, whether things are going to continue, they're going to clearly reveal the honey trap that he fell into. And she's April, the woman, the 60-year-old is going to go, not ready for this commitment with a woman who's old enough to be your grandma.
So you're saying you're excited?
I'm saying I'm going to be quite happy when it's over.
Okay.
Because Gotham Knights is tonight.
So
So tomorrow there's going to be a Gotham Knights review, folks. A Gotham Knights review.
we're planning on tackling that one ourselves, actually.
Oh man, I've heard only one thing about that show.
Good things, right? Good things.
The best. I've heard wonderful phrases like absolute dog shite
Mm-hmm.
and complete and utter crap to
Okay.
absolutely unwatchable.
Right.
So I really do have my fingers crossed.
You know, it's hard to capture the magic that was Batwoman, but maybe they can really get there again. Who knows?
The problem is it's 45 minutes long, and that's going to feel like the longest 45
Fuck
minutes
me.
of my life.
Is that legal?
I don't think so. I think it's literally a war crime.
I thought so. They must have
Crime
filmed it in a
against
country
humanity.
like maybe they filmed it in international waters. That's how they get away with it.
Like MILF Man. They had to go down to Mexico to film that. Because they had a 20-year-old and he can't
Good
drink in
God.
America, and they just plastered everyone full of alcohol. Anyway. Mole 123 with a €2 says, did R&B get fired from the Campier show? I think Robert announced that Campier was going forward with the show on his own. From what I heard, somebody said in the chat a couple of days ago that he drove to Campier or something, and he was told you could just go back because Campier's just going to do the show alone from now on. I don't know. I don't watch Campier. But Robert is one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet.
Hell yeah.
And he's the person that brought the knowledge to that show. So good luck to Shirley Campier. Oh, yeah. Campier needs Robert more than Robert needs Campier. I've told him that. I've told him that. The exact words, Grand Admiral Adam. Those exact words. He needs you more than you need him. And how Robert doesn't have hundreds of thousands of subscribers is just is beyond me, to be honest with you.
Yeah, agreed.
He's forgotten more about pop culture and movies and fandom than anyone here, any of us, will ever know in our lifetimes. His knowledge is absolutely outstanding.
He's seen a lot of eras. And
He
from
has.
the behind side, which is kind of cool.
Yes. Giggity. Alcatraz S299 with a $5 says, hey guys, recently got the complete collection of The Death of Captain America by Ed Brubaker. So much better than the Falcon show. Yeah, that's because that was fucking dog shit.
A lot of things are better than the Falcon show.
Yeah, that's because it's really bad. And John Walker did nothing wrong. J Cal with a $2. Gary missed my super chat yesterday. Sad, very sad. Is he doing a super chat square up? Gary often does super chat square up. So if he missed you yesterday, then I'm sure he will go through it on the square up, dude. Jess Penny with a $2 says, Gary, Isom #1 review when? We've discussed Isom. We've had a chitty chat about Isom. Flocky the Mad with a $2 says, thoughts on Star Wars Legend books before Disney. Never read them. I never read the extended universe. I was a film fan before the dark times.
I can't read, so.
Oh, well, that's downside of Eldritch God, I guess.
Yeah, you guys would
That's
get
a metal
English.
crab.
Giant enemy crab.
Jab crab. That's a jab crab.
Hell yeah.
Bass player 2011 iffy with a 5-month sorcerer says Mauler will finish his Star Wars reviews before Gary plays The Witcher again. Oh, I don't think so.
Maybe. Who knows?
Gary said at the beginning of the show that he is gonna go back onto The Witcher soon. He wants to see Bob's.
He doesn't want to see Bob's. That's true.
He wants to see Triss's Bob's.
That man is on a quest.
I have seen Triss's Bob. He has not seen what I have seen.
And he will come.
Do not come.
He will.
Do not come. Millennial Chicken with a £5 says, "Hell, the real VC got locked out for a week on Twitter for calling Gary Glitter a colossal bum bag." Twitter's still as crap as ever, it seems. Thanks, Elon. Well, I got some good news for you, Millennial Chicken. Gary Glitter is back in prison. He is back in prison for breaching his conditions of parole because they caught him going on the dark web trying to connect to a pedo chat room.
You fucking kidding me?
Nope. And he's been out of prison for like 3 weeks or something.
My God.
Yep. He was trying to connect to the internet of somewhere, and he was trying to connect, I think they called it The Onion, to a thing called The Onion, which apparently is a pedo chat room on the dark web. Lock him up, keep him locked up, never let him out, ever. That's a great cover. Love that cover. Losing it storyline. So there you go. You got the last laugh. You might have been banned for a week, but you got the last laugh, buddy, because he's back behind bars. Solomon Kane 66 with a sorcerer for 5 months says, "Hail and salutations. Sad I just finished season 2 of The Witcher with no season 3 in sight." I don't know. That sounds like a recipe for partying myself. Season 2 was in dog shit. Terrible. Absolutely. I'm not even watching season 3 more. Are you watching season 3?
I haven't seen any of the seasons, but I was going to say,
good.
Did you guys cover that quote that came out semi-recently about how, like, they said again, the people behind the show that like they were annoyed with Henry Cavill because of his obsession with the source material or something like that?
Enthusiasm to play Geralt, I think, was
Jesus
the...
Christ.
Yeah, we don't like the person we picked to play the character because he really liked the character and respected the source material, and we didn't want to do any of that whatsoever. Hence why he's leaving the show. But we did our own original Witcher called Blood Origin, and it... Oh. Did you watch Blood Origin?
I did. Drinker forced me to, and I hated it.
That's
the one where he was like, I had like half a day to watch 4 hours, which was not fun.
So that's like Drinker give me 24 hours to play The Last of Us Part 2.
Did he?
No, it was like he gave us like 3 days or something. I think it was.
That's still not enough. You got to take it in bits, you know.
So I had to smash through that, and as you saw from the playthrough, one was not amused. One was not amused with this game.
It's difficult to get through that game. It is.
It's such a miserable, boring, monotonous, just experience. That's the only way I can describe The Last of Us Part 2 is just misery porn. Misery porn. Can't wait for season 2 of The Last of Us, which I gave up on the season 1.
Oh, well, yeah. That's gonna be catastrophe time. Are you actually gonna check out season 2 when it comes out? Or are you gonna avoid it?
Fuck yeah.
I suppose, yeah, it makes sense. You check out the second.
I'm rubbing my hands for season 2, dude. I'm mad because, I mean, obviously we differ on The Last of Us opinion, but I'm mad because I don't think I think they did not in any way, shape, or form enhance or at least get the story from the game right. I think they missed on a lot of things, particularly with the new shit that they added. But it also, went down to casting as well and all this kind of stuff. Part 2, oh no, that's absolute schadenfreude, mate.
Yeah, because I was going to say, like, it looks to... I don't know if you've seen the quotes, but they've said they're not planning to change anything based on criticism or whatever. Which, by the way, I agree with your tweet that you said, like, where you said, like, he doesn't care about the haters. It's like, yes, he does.
Yeah, he does.
Why would he have said that if he doesn't care about the haters?
He does. He cares massively because he didn't win the one prize he really wanted, which was the People's Vote, the People's Award for Best Game of the Year. It went to Tsushima.
It's the same as when, like, I think Ryan Johnson said, like, there's no criticisms I consider valid. If these people were given a chance to do it again, they would be like, I might just change a couple things, Now, I'm not going to say it would have been good if he could have redone The Last of Us 2. I still think it'd be shit because you can tell what his goals were. But no way he wouldn't fucking change anything.
I absolutely stand by my phrase of TV show was The Last of Us Part 2, Part 1.
I think The Last of Us Part 2 is way worse than The Last of Us TV show.
It's all setting up. It's all setting up for Abby Smash. It just feels like all roads lead to Jake Skywalker for me.
I understand that, but out of curiosity, like I'm assuming you'd still recommend the first game. You just tell people to not go further than the first game, yeah.
Yeah, if you've not seen a TV show, yeah, just play the first game, really enjoy it. That's where they ended.
Or watch the OT, and when they say, "What happened to Luke Skywalker and friends after this?" You're like, "Nothing at all. They lived
happily ever after."
Have you seen the rumors that they're planning on doing more, like continuing from the sequel trilogy? I was like, no fucking way. You retire from making Star Wars films for this long, and then you go, right, the key is to continue the sequel trilogy. Well, that's what we needed to do.
I don't believe these rumors because Bob Iger recently said, like, when I say recently, within the last couple of weeks, said, we are going really slow when it comes to Star Wars movies now.
The only thing that would make me believe is if I actually saw it, is that they would continue the sequel trilogy storyline. Why the fuck would they do that? What a stupid decision. And you could be like, they've made plenty of stupid decisions. And I'd be like, okay. Then I guess I'll have to see it.
That is true.
The whole thing that I believe about them is that they've stopped for so long because they're like, we can't just fuck it. Like, I think they're only just learning this with the MCU, that they have to actually make a good step. They can't just put out anything. So now they're like, oh, fuck, especially with Ant-Man. With Star Wars, that was Solo, right? Where they were like, oh, shit, we can't just put films out and make money? What? What's going on?
What's going on?
And so I feel like they've trapped like 8 board members in a room for like 6 years just trying to figure out what Star Wars movie to release.
But people like Han Solo. No. People like Harrison Ford playing Han Solo. That's what they like.
But people want to see how he got the gun and the ship.
And his name's Solo.
That's what they want to see.
Okay. Marquis Dana with a $2 says, Gavin did the impossible. He made F&T watchable. When between 13 to 16,000 people watch every week, that super chat kind of doesn't work. But I appreciate the cash. Thank you. Nikolai Volkov with a $2 says, Fortune and glory. Same to you, sir. Derek with 140 Zargons says, this is not directed at Mauler since he's like 12 years old. But did anyone here ever play Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic?
Dude, people younger than me played the fuck out of that game. I just missed it.
The graphics have aged, but the story shows how great Star Wars can be in the right hands. That is why I am so happy that the remake fell apart.
God, yeah.
When they had that fucking woke piece of trash writer, I'm so glad that it's done now. It's not a remake now. Thank fuck.
With my awareness of that game with Star Wars fans and like Star Wars culture, I'd be like, don't remake it. What are you doing? Get away. Maybe the most you'd ever wanted to go, right, is like they changed nothing but the graphics. And that's about it, like a remaster. But
yeah, I would be very happy for a remake, but a like-for-like remake. Like, I'm okay with this Final Fantasy VII remake being, different in a lot of places to the story of Final Fantasy VII from 1997. But with some like KOTOR, no. Let's keep the story identical and just have modern day graphics, modern day gameplay, and make it tight like Tiger. I'd be okay with that. But we all know, and particularly when they said going to be updated for a modern audience, means it's going to be fucking shit. It's going to be dog shit, guys.
The mythical modern audience is this unicorn that runs around in the forest.
It doesn't even exist. That's the
nobody knows
thing.
Who they are.
We just want you to be a modern audience that just does what we want you to. But
you just want to be like, what about the regular audience?
Yeah.
We're still here. We have been here for a while.
Yeah,
It's like they died or something. That everyone was watching movies in the 90s are all dead today. Like,
hold on. Bye-bye. Bradley Burnett gifted 10 memberships to the stream. Bradley, thank you. Thank you so much, dude. Very, with a $10 says, "Hail all, I'm just wondering if you guys got any recommendations for Star Trek TOS books to read. Thank you, and keep up the good work." You need to speak to Robert Meyer Burnett about that. He'll give you all the suggestions for that one.
I recommend all of them.
All, yeah, all. Kenneth LaRock has been a sorcerer for 5 months. Thank you. And an internet loser has been a sorcerer for 4 months. You're not a loser in my eyes, sunshine. Thank you. Jimmy Reyes Art with a $5 says, less than 30 hours left to back Dragon Rage, the Crown of Fire #1 fantasy comic on Indiegogo. And I've heard good things, people. I've heard good things. That is a very, very good looking book. So that's Dragon Rage, the Crown of Fire on Indiegogo. Go check it out. My spies have reported back to me saying it's looking good. It's looking real good. And I believe my posse. Douche. Look at that. It's a man kissing woman.
What?
Yep. On a
Get
DC
that
comic.
idea.
That is some fucking bullshit right there. DC, sort yourself out. Sick of this fucking heterosexual shit, Mauler. Sick of it.
Pretty gross, dude.
Howl at the Moon with a £5 says, hail Gary, hail as Gary and Mauler.
Hello.
2 issues of the Tomb of Dracula just arrived today with the first appearance of Blade from the 70s. Have you guys read them? I have not. But we were talking about the Dracula comic today in my Conan Exile stream earlier. Because my brother's dad, he's my brother-in-law, I just, he was missing one, and it got found. One of our members on the chat found it on eBay, so he's going to get it for him as a present, because that's the only one he needs to finish his collection.
No, they neat.
Your boy Gimli has been a sorcerer for 11 months. Says, greeting, gentlemen. Brendan Fraser winning was the only highlight of the Oscars. I was glad that Short Round won. I was glad that Everything Everywhere, Michelle Yeoh won, by the way, because I do like Michelle Yeoh.
Yeah.
And I thought Everything Everywhere All at Once was the best movie last year. So to me, I think that's a good win for movie of the year.
You liked it more than Maverick, then?
Yes. And I love Maverick. I love Top Gun Maverick, but I just think Top Gun Maverick, very classic movie. That's not a criticism. Really well done, classic movie. Enjoyed the tits off it. Everything Everywhere All at Once, I didn't think I'd necessarily like. And it just shocked me with a lot of the things that they did that I thought worked really well. And for something that was setting up to be so nihilist, actually being so, so sort of euphoric in the end.
Yeah, that's the second act low point, is almost embracing nihilism, and then third act is it all comes back up.
All comes, yeah. And I just thought that was, and at the end of it, I was just like, fuck, that was so bloody good. So good. So yeah, it was my favorite movie. Haywood Jamloni with a bard for 11 months. Thank you. Scott Kerr with a 2 Canadian 20 says, who's worse, Jimmy Kimmel or Jimmy Fallon? Yes. Is the answer to that. You got any other answer, Morley?
I think Jimmy Kimmel's more smug. Jimmy Fallon I've always associated with more so self-deprecating, a little bit more. So I think he's easier to consume slightly, but I'm with you on the yes.
Yes, the answer is yes to me. D Kenyon 20 with a $5 says, I've been rewatching Smallville and want to start reading Superman comics. Do you have a specific run you recommend? The 90s run from Dan Jurgens, 80s run from Brett Breeding. Those runs are pretty good. Pretty fucking good. And there's another one. And it just eludes my brain at the minute. But if I remember it, I'll just scream it out. But basically, anything that Dan Jurgens did with Superman is just fantastic. Bradley Burnett with a $10 says, good to see Az not making his normal mistakes regarding boobs. Hope it's a trend. And yes, I booked my flight to Vegas. We'll be there. Will there be any British and Kiwi representation since Smaller and Az can't make it? Something has gone down the wrong way. Sorry, folks.
It's all right.
I don't know. Is the answer to that? Not that I'm aware of. Stars.
Well, I'm sure it'll be fantabulous regardless.
Yeah. You won't miss. Although I will be there in the form of a mask. You know, one of those. Best time is now, where the $5 says, "Hey Gary, is Top Gun as much an action vehicle for Cruise as Terminator is for Arnold? In other words, not a franchise." I know Gary's not here at the minute, but I would say, Morley, I think Tom Cruise just wants to entertain people.
Yeah, and he's good at it. So that's the important part. As for feels like Terminator, well, I mean, yeah, you wouldn't have Top Gun without Tom Cruise, I guess. So
oh my god, something's really just kind of like hit the back, ladies. Like just dried the back of my throat up, man. Knights of Solitaire with a $5 says, "Did you see the new Disney trailer for a show with Short Round and Michelle Yeoh? Little sus, it came out right after the movie won all the Oscars."
That's not sus. That's just normal.
That's good timing. Yeah.
If we had a show to promote and then we our years before show got an Oscar, I'd be like, we should probably aim to market it right around then.
From the Oscar winners, Michelle Yeoh, Short Round, and Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yeah.
Perfect. Good marketing. EJ Paladin with an 8-month sorcerer says, "Has it been 8 months already? Stats don't lie. Stats don't lie." Texican Witcher with has become a Bard member. Thank you. LJK's become a Bard member. Thank you. Agamemnon Farman with a $10 says, "Yo, idea. You should look into getting Lee Weeks or Ron Garney on the show. They both seem based. Look at their Twitters. They are great artists. Saw Booth in Baltimore. Loved your Chuck and Graham stream next week on Gary's channel, who's just come back. Graham Nolan and Chuck Dixon together, the dream team together next week on the Real BBC. Ben Ryder with a $5 says, "I miss Joan Rivers. She was always great on the red carpet and never held back. Also, never took herself too seriously. R.I.P. Joan Rivers." I like Joan Rivers personally.
Yep.
I thought she was great.
I thought she was great too. And Ron Garney, you were just speaking of.
Yes.
Drew, a great artist, did one of the best, unfortunately, it was with Mark Waid, but did one of the best Captain America runs I've ever read. Like, just great. Back in the late 90s, early 2000s. My dating might be wrong, but yeah, if he's willing to chat with us, I'm open to it. If you're open to it.
Beg your pardon?
If you're
opening of mine?
Are you open-minded?
No, I'm closed-minded and I live in an echo chamber.
oh, so do I, according but that's okay, because we bigots need to stick together. So
Heyo. Tyler Vaughan has become a member at the Bard level. Thank you, Tyler. Lazy Titan with a $5 says, "The Oscars is just a group of actors voting to keep themselves to give themselves awards for who can pretend the best. Poll the general public, guaranteed a different winners." Look, the Oscars is an industry awards. Just like if your local car dealership and that had 5 branches would have an industry award for their 5 branches. And the winner of the person seller who sold the salesman of the year goes to Gary Beekler. That's all it is. It's got nothing, it's got nothing to do with the public. It's an industry award ceremony.
Our climate is in danger. And I am going to fly my private jet around the world and in my 20 private cars to tell you that you need to eat bugs because bugs are good food.
Don't forget about the homeless, that you displace so you can hold your Oscar ceremony in that location, by the way.
If you eat
Oh my
bugs,
God, I
they
gotta
take courage.
sit. Oh my God.
Pop it. If somebody super chats $100 to pop it on the air.
I don't know if you can pop a
Wow.
comment.
I don't, we might not be able to,
False promises?
yeah, we
Gary.
might not be able to follow through with that. Okay.
Well, where is it? Is it on your ass or? Moving on now.
I got a boy on my bum.
Don't you call them spots over there? I got
Nice
a spot on my bum.
It's a spot.
On me
Or
bum.
zit.
On me
A
bum.
zit if you- yeah, I've got a zit on my ass. Masiek Drobzik. Dude, I'm sorry for destroying your name. With the 5 Canadian says, just watch Train Spotting 1 and 2 first time. An acceptable level of sad. Not as bad as anything Aronofsky would make. Your thoughts on both films? I've only seen the first Train Spotting. I thought it was fucking amazing.
It's amazing. It's not like I'm gonna, hey kids, let's watch Train Spotting today.
Let's do drugs afterwards. No, that's
Yeah.
not.
We'll get
That's not the
loaded.
way that movie leaves you. Woo! But never saw the second one. I don't want to watch the second one
Nah.
because I really, really enjoyed the first one. And I don't, I've heard very mixed things about the second one. So I don't want another Matrix on my hand,
I doubt it's as bad as that, but I could
I
understand.
heard it's okay, but like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm the same way.
I saw Brilliant. When you see Brilliant going to okay, like
Yeah, I know what you mean.
sex. If you have good sex, then you
Well-
have okay sex. It's like, why can't you do the thing that
Well,
she did?
again, that's the whole point. It's not gonna all be like you're not gonna hit everything out of the park, brother. Sometimes singles are fine, doubles are fine, the occasional triple, inside the park home run. I'm using all these baseball analogies. They're fine. It's all right. Sex is sex. Let's not good be haste here. Okay.
Yeah, but there's there are degrees of it.
There are degrees. That's why.
That's so true.
Yeah, you need to have the mediocre and bad things to recognize the good things.
Well, yeah, and then you're like, fuck, she was bad. Anyway, Mage Demon with a 20 Australian.
It's usually not the sex. It's they look at your action figures and go, that's a lot of action figures.
Love my action figures.
Yep.
Okay. It's her fault for wanting to fuck inside the mochi cases. Don't forget to tip your waitress. I'm here every Tuesday. Mage Demon with a 20 Australian says, I love the real BBC, love the hosts, the content, and even though I like some of the shows you hate, I always feel welcome and have the highest respect for the people like you, host and chat, who give honest opinions and defend fandom. You sound a bit too open-minded. Get
Yeah.
the fuck out of this
You
stream.
sound like common sense. You are breaking the echo chamber, sir. We cannot have that here.
Leave,
No.
sir, leave, sir. Leave, sir. Leave now, sir. Please, sir. Leave, sir. Now, sir.
We love you.
Ulfendar in dad with a €10 says, gonna be a good year, guys. Got my first kid on the way. Congratulations.
Oh yeah,
Hitting up,
babies.
yeah, baby. Hitting up the hitting up C2E2 to get some comics signed by Sean Murphy.
Okay,
Good stuff.
legit.
Just gotta get my Warhammer 40k minis painted before
Ask
the
him if
kid.
you can get a Mags Visaggio signature along with it.
Woo! By the way, if you come across like one of Mags or any of those, do not look at them. Do not look them in the eye. Just keep on walking.
Yeah.
Just keep walking past.
They
Look at
they
Look
are
at
out there
that.
looking for trouble. And by the way, nobody will come up on like I've been to a lot of conventions. I have not. Star Trek convention is the only place I got a dirty look, and it was because I was wearing a "I Stand with Vic" shirt while I was walking through that. 'Cause he had just been banned from it. So, but never had a problem. Never ever had a problem at all the conventions and meetups we've had. Knock on wood. Everybody's been nice. Because these, as Ryan put it, these people are not going to like these people. What do you mean by these people? I mean,
these people?
like egg fighters are not going to leave their homes. So I'm not worried about it at all.
It's scary out there. Okay.
They can't
It is
even
a
afford
little
public
scary.
transport to
I
get
get
there. So,
Mhm.
Have you heard of the giant yellow ball in the sky that just kills
The fiery
things?
day ball?
Yeah.
Yes.
the fiery yellow demon, which comes out every 12 hours or so.
When I was staying up all night on meth every night, it was a fiery day ball. I was like, now I know where the vampires myth comes from. Oh.
The moon
Bashi
slays
Washi
the
has
demon.
gifted 20 memberships for the stream. Bashi Washi. Thank you. That's a Honda currency, dude. That's a Honda currency.
A hundo.
Hundo currency. Matt Fashion with 11 Canadian says, I like those comics you're showing, especially the back sides of them, old movies and product that are nostalgic. Yeah, these I nearly showed you one because one of the early Superboys had True Lies on the back.
It did.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. It's time just to keep bagging the border. What am I off to next? Oh,
hello.
The 200s of Daredevil.
Hello.
My complete run. I have a complete run of Daredevil.
Richard Curtis with a £10 proper money said, I got and watched Transformers the movie 2. Also ordered the Takara Masterpiece Soundwave and 4 more cassettes to go with my Megatron. Now I'm addicted to wanting more of these Masterpiece figures. Dude, you'll know when you're addicted. You'll be buying the 3rd and 4th parties that improve on the Masterpiece. And let me just show you this. This is a little sneaky preview for Hot Toys. But this is the Fans Toys version of Cliff Jumper. And this just arrived yesterday. And that is amazing. Absolutely amazing.
That's pretty cool.
See, there's one thing men want, and it's fucking disgusting.
Yeah, toys. I'm trying to get into it. Let me do. And yes, I put the emblem on. But that is absolute beauty. Woo-wee. So posable, so good. Fans Toys, love them.
By the way, art by Mazzucchelli, written by Denny O'Neil.
Well, that's terrible. Fucking hell. That's a bit of a good one. Shelley Roberts has been a sorcerer for a month. Thank you, Shelley. I was hoping you'd dress up for us again as kissy kissy. I only I dress up to impress. Hence real BBC. Just in a hoodie. Hey, you gotta keep him wanting more, you know.
You do. That's why you don't wear pants, right?
Exactly. What could possibly go? Craig Morning with a $10 says, I'm a Native American, Onondaga. My name is Katni Wa Whoop. And Craig, my family understands that identity is meaningless without character and ability. These people are soft whiners creating victims. First of all, I just want to apologize for fucking up all that pronunciation. But I don't know if you're aware of this. I'm very white.
You tried.
I'm very British.
I'm very British. Which means we don't try.
Look what we were robbed of.
Oh. Damn.
That's black.
It just makes me want to go read year 1 now. Hoi, oi, 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 oi.
No Black Widow teaming up with Daredevil. No like street level.
Who would want that? Who would want that, Gary? Except everybody, of course.
Yeah.
No.
Who wants street level relatable characters?
Look at this cover. Look at this fucking cover.
Damn. That is so fucking good. Bacon's all mine. Yeah, by the way, actually, dude, that's all they want. They want division and they want victims. They want people to believe that they're victims. So that causes division. And when it causes division, people are always arguing about stupid shit like pronouns and people with penises being female and dumb shit like that. And they sort of take their eye off the big picture. But oh, by the way, did you know a bank failed? Another bank failed.
Another one. Another small one. Or
another one that was just so happened to be in the heart of woke.
A woke bank backing Silicon Valley and startups based on ESG failed.
That shocks me.
But
what was the CEO doing at the time of the failure of the bank? They were organizing a month-long Pride event.
You mean for Pride Month?
And lesbian awareness.
Well, good for you.
I don't know. Maybe they should have been doing the proper fucking job. I don't know. Just a guess. Just a guess. Maybe you should, do the fucking job you pay. Bacon's all mine with a $10 says, but Gary, I can't see myself as Spider-Man because I'm not a female with crutches who shoots webs.
Me neither. True. You're right. You're right there. Point taken.
True. God, I hate the Spider-Man. It's just so obnoxious. Where do we get? Jumped on me. 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 Jumped on me.
Look at this cover. Look at this cover. Look now.
Ah! That's quite nice.
Yeah, it is.
That's all right. That is.
That's all right. All right,
Gary. That is passable.
Is it passable? Is
It's
it mid?
passable.
Is it mid?
No, it's definitely not mid. I'll tell you that for fun. Ooh-wee! Ooh-wee! That's what that is.
Shit. This is so good.
Will Gentry, how you doing, Will? With a £2 says, I got 4 words for you. 2 years, motherfucker. Nice. Congratulations.
2 years for what?
2 years rehab for Will.
Oh, sweet.
That is awesome, Will, because I remember, seriously, I'm not even fucking bullshitting. I remember the day, dude, that you checked yourself, that you said you checked yourself in. So, well done. Make 2, 3. But also 1 day at a time.
Yeah.
Also 1 day at a time as well.
1 day at a time.
Congratulations, dude. Really fucking proud of you, man. Dragon Hero 14 with a $10 says, rumor has it that the actor for Blade has seen the rewrite attempts for the Blade script and he's looking to bail from the project now. He was saying they needed to do better, but he wants out. Do you know why that is, Gary?
Because
it's a fucking mess.
But yes, because the movie was, guess what? About his daughter. His daughter! Because there's no fucking sons in Marvel. His daughter, once again, becoming the bestest ever.
They need to take a safe risk. And what I mean by that is be like, find a director and let them do whatever the hell they need to do as a passionate fan of Blade who knows what they're fucking doing and let them go. You have the risk being, of course, R-rated and there's no control from Kevin Feige's fucking formula. That is the only thing that's going to breathe new life into the MCU at this point.
Yep.
Mauler.
Hello.
Do you think?
No.
Okay. Do you think Marvel are ever going to beat Wesley Snipes saying motherfucker? Exactly. It's done.
Dude, they can't beat motherfuckers trying to ice skate uphill. We'll never beat that either.
Dude, yeah, like exactly.
We didn't know what we had. We didn't know what we had. We never knew what we had.
We never knew. And Marshall Ali is a good actor.
Very good.
Cottonmouth. And if I was him, I'd get the fuck out of this project. Absolutely get the fuck out of this project.
100. Trouser Gravy with the $10 says, love you fellas, especially you, Gary. Wow. Why you got to shit on more of me?
Well, we let him have a few here and there, you know.
Yeah, come on.
Sober is cool. I'm 30 days sober today.
I'm sober and starving today. Well, I'm not starving. The appetite suppressant. I don't know. They're like it's. I don't even know what the hell. It's natural. It's not like a narcotic, right? It's some kind of natural concoction in a pill form, fish oil shit. That's an appetite suppressant that's kicked in. I'm not like yesterday. I like because it takes a day to kick in. So it was brutal. Then I slept for 12 hours. I feel fucking great. Feel fantastic.
Is like a particular brand name, you know? Or
yeah, it's called Core Restore. So it starts out as it's basically a liver and toxic cleanse, and it's also a quick weight loss if you stick strictly to their book, within the parameters of their book. It's keto, basically.
That diet is getting around, isn't it?
It sure is.
It is.
Also, there's and help me again, chat. What's the name of the drug that's supposed to go for people with, I guess, diabetes or something like that? But the movie stars are taking it because it gets you skinny quick. Like Mindy Kaling obviously took it. It starts with an O.
Metmorphin?
No.
No.
The chat will figure it out.
Viagra.
Ozempic. Yeah, and then Elon Musk did Ozempic bear as a meme, and it's like a really skinny bear instead of cocaine bear.
What does it do? Is it an appetite suppressant?
Yeah. But it's meant to be for people who are actually suffering. I don't know if it's diabetes or not. I'm sorry. It's.
I can pretend I've got diabetes. It's very easy to believe. I have some Ozempic, please, for my diabetes.
Yeah, there's one of the drugs they're taking is meant. And now it's causing a shortage in Canada because of the state-run health system, because it's getting sucked up by a bunch of Americans, rotund Americans, who are celebrities, who are rich celebrities. The regular rotund can't get that shit.
Oh, okay. I was going to say at least rotund are trying to shift weight.
That's
what this rotund's trying to do.
The thing of it is, it's better, in my opinion, to do it the way everyone through keto and exercise, as Camelot, who might still be in the chat, said, and he's absolutely right. 90% of it is diet. Absolutely diet. Doesn't mean you go to the gym, but the gym could be ritualistic. It could be, even if you go for a half an hour and walk on a treadmill, do something. That's good. It is good. It's getting out of the house. It's really good for your brain. And then when you actually take it off yourself, you will be much more confident, and you will be better at keeping it off. When you do the quick thing, and it's kind of like somebody buying you a car. You don't have the same appreciation for it unless you buy it yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, what quick thing?
So if you use the quick drug to get off, it's a lot of people will relapse off it. We'll just
because they haven't addressed the mental aspect. That's why.
Yeah. Because while you're going through the diet, that time you are readjusting your behavior, right? And while you're readjusting your behavior, because you're right, as it's a symptom of behavior, just like drug addiction can be. And once you fix that, you feel better about yourself, and then you will get addicted to exercise and feel better.
Better eating,
better eating and stuff.
Why can't they make?
It's about training your brain to create better habits, not bad habits. Sorry, Morley.
I was just saying, why can't they make cabbage super tasty and addictable?
I'd eat it all day if it was.
Just take a bite out of a head of cabbage.
This cabbage is lovely.
The taste, like I have this. Melissa makes this concoction. It's couscous, which is like, you know what couscous is?
Oh, I fucking hate couscous.
Nah, but you mix it. You mix couscous with ground turkey. Put some spices, some herbs. Freaking great.
A little bit of chocolate milk, Marmite.
Yeah, caramel. Throw some caramel in there.
Yeah.
A pound of butter and sugar. Yeah.
Yeah. It tastes delicious.
And just
No.
a fish. Just flop it on there.
Awesome. It's great.
Shake from Hunger Team's been a sorcerer for 19 months. Royal Raptor with a $5 says, lol, nobody clip as looking directly into the camera saying, I want men.
I mean, the man knows what he wants.
Just we got copyrighted.
No, it's the karaoke version. Doesn't get hit.
Oh, I know. Okay. Silk Crayfish with a €2 says, you get to look at women. Yeah. Fahrenheit Plus has been a Witcher for 9 months. Mate males marvelous again, they said.
Congratulations on the Oscar, by the way.
That's what we like to call acceptable racism. Okay? That's
Asian hate has been stopped.
Yes. Yes. The Asian hate's over. That is, oh, wow. Okay, it's got gold. Okay.
Love this cover.
Oh, Carrie Kelly. And that looks more like Carrie Kelly than a fucking Gotham Knights is going to look like.
It's Matthew
Matt Murdock. I know.
Frank Miller and David Mazzucchelli book.
I don't ever recall Carrie Kelly being in Daredevil.
He's supposed to be blind, Gary. Why does he have eyes?
Good question.
It's so stupid. Crimson Feather plays with a £5.
Gouged out? Huh? Are you saying they should have been?
Oh,
yes.
But didn't they get like toxic waste in them or whatever it was?
That's what I know the story is because of the Ben Affleck movie. Like,
oh, look,
acid gets in there.
Look at this fucking Santa, dude. I always knew.
Oh my god!
Don't trust
Merry
that old
Christmas,
man.
motherfucker. Crimson Feather plays with the £5 says, now Russell Brand has stopped streaming. I'll watch my other favorite, totally right-wing streamers. Oh yeah, Russell Brand's the most right-wing that you...
I know. By the way, did he stop streaming?
No, I think the stream's over. So they've come into this.
Oh, he's over. I was like, yeah, no way.
But he's kind of shifting over to Rumble because YouTube don't like what he's saying by the sounds of it.
Yep.
LJK with a $5 says, Marvel cannot seem to realize that men like superheroes more than women do generally. Women are watching Daisy Jones and the Six.
Okay.
Born again.
Disney Marvel, find this. Okay. Find this.
Wait.
It's never.
They're just taking the name. That's all they got.
Yes. Yeah. Considering they've spelt born as in the Swedish
Bjorn again.
Bjorn again.
Bjorn again. Bjorn Borg again.
Bjorn Borg again. No Zaku Boy with a $50 says, who sees into the hearts of men and the undergarments of women? Peeping Tom. A night of glamour on the red carpet when Tom attends the Busty Awards. Tom must spring into action to rescue all the fine ladies from the glitzy grip of the Golden Groper. Oh my God! Run before you get groped.
That's not so bad though. The Golden Groper. I could see that being like a guy who's running around the Oscars and nobody knows who it is because they keep putting on a mask when they do it and they take it off and go back into the crowd. It's one of the famous people.
It's Ezra Miller.
Ezra Miller.
Well, the big reveal is that it's actually 3 different celebrities who are doing it.
the big reveal, it's all of the
I was about to say that they unmask the 3. They're like, wait, something isn't right. They turn around, everyone's still there with the mask.
Everyone's got their masks on.
Hey, imagine this being on the cover of a Marvel comic nowadays.
Oh, well, we all know what the most problematic aspect of that cover is.
Yes. Oh my God.
Which is so weird considering it's your country.
God, they fucked this guy up in Jessica Jones too.
No, Zaku Boy, that was awesome. Mark K with a $10 says, Mauler,
Yes.
I enjoyed the EFAT review of Jurassic Park. Keep up the depth analysis. I enjoy it.
Yeah, it clocked in at 7 hours. Turns out Jurassic Park's real fucking cool.
Armageddon. Next.
You guys like dinosaurs?
Yes, I do like dinosaurs.
Gary, you like dinosaurs?
I like dinosaurs.
I'm glad. We're dinosaurs.
I wanted to be a
enjoyers.
paleontologist when I was a kid.
I wanted to be an archaeologist. I bought a bunch of kits. That was one of the earlier ones I wanted to be.
Wow.
Jurassic Park probably helped that quite a bit.
I just like dinosaurs. Life is good with the $5 says Gary.
Yep.
Will our dollars be okay in the US or should we take it out? Hi, Az, you're awesome. Like you too, Mola.
Thank you.
I can't answer if anything will ever be okay, but I will say that panicking doesn't solve anything. And I will say that if there's a run on the banks, which the government wants, because then they can swoop in and help, then your money's worthless anyway. It's worthless in, it's worthless out. If there's a run on the banks and you did get your money out, well, what's it going to be worth when nobody else's money's worth anything? So
I'm going to say something,
I'm
Gary.
a simple man. I don't know.
Mola, actually. Gary and Mola, I'm going to play a quick game with you.
Okay.
I'm going to say something that a country is currently doing.
Mm-hmm.
Can you guess what country this is?
All right.
This country is actually fighting in Parliament to remain an 80% cash society, just so that banks cannot get too much control when it comes to plastic and credit, which could put them into situations like what we've just seen. Can you guess which country that is?
Mars.
Poland.
I'll give you a clue. It's also a country that hasn't fallen to identity politics.
Poland.
Nope.
Mars.
Mars.
Japan.
Japan.
Oh,
Okay.
close.
Yeah.
Mars. That is close. Yeah, Japan are actually fighting to. I might have got some of the stats wrong, but I think it's an 80-20 cash society that they're trying to maintain.
Yeah, I mean, it's good that
Japan is based as fuck. I'm going to move.
I don't have any money in the stock market, like not a penny.
I don't.
Stock market.
Not a single stock.
I spent the last 10 years making sure this family is debt free, which we are absolutely, positively debt free. So, other than having to pay our pound of flesh to the government and the state taxes here, we got our normal just bills and stuff. And I don't fuck around with anything else. I've been through a bankruptcy. Don't ever want to go through that shit again.
Oof, yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking terrible. So, I don't know what to like. I buy tangible things. I buy comic books and toys and stuff. Maybe, you know what? I think Gundam is right. I think it's time. Start piling up. I want there to be a run on vintage porn. Vintage porn. You need to have vintage porn. That's
classy stuff.
That's will be the barter in the future. So there should be a run at your local porn.
Yeah, my money's in collateral, dude. Oi, collateral.
My money's in the plushies. I'm buying everyone's plushies. They're going to be worth billions in the future.
Hey, absolutely. Absolutely. I envisage in 10 years' time, the Hot Dog Man plushie is going to be worth 1.6 billion.
Yeah, gold is good. Gold is always good, I would say, but I'm not.
Gold is good. Yeah.
I'm not a financial person, but I will also harken back to, God, is it 2 years or 3 years? When did the freaking COVID start? 3 years ago?
Put your money in crypto, people.
Remember when a bunch of maniacs went and got hand sanitizer and piled
Oh, yeah.
and toilet paper when there was no shortage at
That's what
all?
humans always fucking do. They suck.
Oopsies.
I love you guys.
Toilet paper. Food would be a thing you would worry about. You can get creative. You know, I've got a lot of shitty comics that I can just turn into toilet paper.
Some weird psychological shit going on with the whole like, oh no, I won't be able to shit and clean my ass. Run!
Yeah, called Modern Day
Thing called
Comics.
Water. You know, the water was still running last time I checked.
Was it wet though?
Dry water.
I don't know. It was the dry water.
Is that just
Dry
alcohol?
water. Fat Steven Seagal has been a bard for 28 months. Jimbo with a $5 says, since I heard he's looking for work, they could get the Arrowverse guy to do Crisis on Infinite MILF Manors. Then y'all can eat up it.
Just
Bloody hell.
Yeah, the gathering of all the MILFs and Thanos is there and Kang, and they're gonna
Multiverse of MILFs.
oh see it writes itself.
Boom.
The Kang MILFistry.
Oh
The
no.
milk tree.
Avengers secret MILF.
Fat Steven Seagal with 2 Canadian 20 says,
Prices on multiple milks.
where do I mail your Dove gift basket? Dove gift basket. That sounds awesome. I don't have a mailing address at the minute. I need to look into. Somebody mentioned, is it virtual address or something? I need to look at like virtual address or something and setting up a virtual address. But it's a bit stupid when the parcel service won't deliver to fucking PO boxes. Fuck's sake.
Oh, dude, someone just mentioned it in chat. You remember the Beanie Babies things? Like invest.
Oh yeah,
Beanie Babies all.
that craze was huge.
Yeah,
Like huge.
I remember.
Mamba?
I remember. Beanie Babies.
You guys keeping up with South Park?
Hmm?
You guys keeping up with South Park at all?
No, I haven't seen any of it. I haven't seen the.
I haven't seen
any of it.
New episode, they make fun of Chat GPT. Sorry.
Oh, I gotta watch that one. Okay.
They are so. The turnaround's insane.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
insane,
Dude. I can't make a low effort video that fast.
I know.
Yeah.
They've got a
No.
formula they've been running for so
Like a
long.
low tier.
Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, shit.
Dad's Den of Pop Culture has been a bard for 5 months. Thank you. Alfavre with a $5 says, okay, guys, what's your favorite run of Captain America and why is it Cat Wolf? Gary?
It's not Cat Wolf. I think that's fun though. I do. My favorite run of Captain America is the Garney run, the Garney and Wade run. It's very comic book. It's extremely it's so good. Such a good time for comics. I like the Brubaker run too. Brubaker run's quite good. Quite good.
The Mr. Burger Show Nerd Nation Media with a $10 says, do you think Tiger is trying to drive Disney into the dumpster so Apple can pay a lower price to take it over?
I mean, that's what they said last time. That's what they said with Chapek. It's the exact same thing. I mean, it's a good question. But the thing is, Amazon and Apple now going into we're in a recession. We have been in a recession for months. Remember, they changed the language.
I was going to say, Gary, we're not. Well, you're not, I should say, because they changed what recession is.
Whatever. We're in a recession.
Is there any backing to the idea that they're selling Star Wars as an IP? Or is that no? Okay.
Selling Disney altogether to Apple, who has Apple and Amazon have the most liquid of entertainment socially. I don't know about oil companies or anything about that, but people who would buy entertainment. Apple definitely has the most liquid cash on hand, and then Amazon would either be second or maybe they pass each other once in a while, based on my very, very limited knowledge, because the shit bores the fuck out of me. But one of the two, and I think it might be Apple, because but they have been just burning through money getting A-list stars, what's left of A-list stars, I put that in air quotes, to do their shows, and nobody has heard of them. Nobody watches them. Nobody's heard of them because of their proprietary nonsense, right? Apple TV might be on my Roku. I don't even know, because if I saw it, I would just go right past it. I would not even care, because fuck Apple. But yeah, I'm not a big Apple fan anymore. I used to like when they cared about computers and Final Cut Pro back in the day, way back in the day. But would they just sell Star Wars? It would have to get pretty bad at Disney, and somebody wouldn't be willing to buy them before they got rid of that IP. I don't think they're ever going to get rid of that IP.
Well, Kathleen Kennedy,
I've been taking
rumor
advantage
has
of
it, is going to get fired any day now.
Any day.
Any day.
Any day.
Maybe it was yesterday. Who knows?
Oh, this is problematic now, isn't it?
Oh, yes. Please give me the knife back so I can try and stab you.
I remember I was at a party. It was a raging party. All these girls are running around half naked, teenagers getting drunk and getting high. You know what my tweaked out ass was doing? Duplicating this cover in the back room. I was writing while the party was going on. I'm like, I want to draw this cover because I was all speeded out.
Because you were a nerd.
Speed it out,
Nerd.
Richard Curtis has been a bard for 18 months. Thank you. Angela Richter has been a bard for 34 months. Thank you. Angela Richter also gifted 5 memberships to the stream. Angela, thank you so much indeed, sweetheart. Really do appreciate that. Thank you. Daniel Ormerod with a £2 says, I live right next to Gary Glitter's prison. We'll make sure he fucking stays in it.
Yeah, where is it?
Yeah.
Where is that?
I don't know. It's down south somewhere.
Oh, your south? Not my south, your south?
Oh, so, yeah. Gary Glitter's prison here.
And what did he go to prison for again? Buggery? Diddling?
Pedo.
Yeah.
Shit.
A diddle bugger. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what song did he did?
Rock and Roll.
That's right. Okay.
That's his big one. Remember when Joker played it in Joker and people were like, oh my God, they're giving money to Gary Glitter. No, he didn't get a penny from that, you stupid fucking idiots. You need to start fucking learning about shit.
Did you know this comic that came out in 1987?
Yeah.
Volume 1, number 42, May 1987. Daredevil was written by a woman.
Oh, no, Gary. No. I think you'll find you wrong. Women were invented in the year 2015.
They were.
I still haven't even heard of this women thing that's going on. It's like some new technology or whatever.
Well, it's very difficult to define what a woman actually is, Paula.
It is.
They have tentacles.
Have you seen that Seattle schools? Some do. Between their legs. Do you know that Seattle schools apparently are now calling men in sex ed sperm donators?
Again, is everybody going to start calling us breeders?
No, I think it's just in retard. Ben Dover became a member at the Bard level. Thank you, Ben. Pat Steven Seagal, the 2 Canadian 20, says playing the second game after the first, it's useless. Oh, nice. Erin Pipes with a $10 says, I really believe Disney knows exactly what went wrong with Star Wars and are just waiting to get KK out before they start fixing it. Disney is just letting the franchise limp along till then. I don't think it's got anything to do with that. If they wanted KK out, should be out. But it's not. It doesn't matter if KK leaves. That's not going to solve the problem because KK has established a fucking harem of intersectional feminists there. So when KK goes, somebody else just replaces.
There is some of that in Hollywood, but think about it. Kathleen Kennedy is one of the most storied producers in the history of Hollywood, but she's a terrible leader. She's a fucking awful leader, and she has cost Disney billions with her bad decisions. Billions of dollars. And you are not firing her because of her fucking ego? Seriously? I mean, I can almost believe it, but there's billions of dollars in investors losing their ass. They need to cut $5 billion from the company and $3 billion from content. $3 billion. They're in the same boat as Warner Brothers right now.
I'm sure Mando season 3 will make up for it.
Oh.
I forgot that was a thing. Oh, except
it's
when
the Legion of Super boys.
when I chose violence yesterday, and I tweeted, "Thanks for having my back, Mahler."
You chose violence.
I chose violence. I said, "Well, I just spoke the truth. I've seen enough of Mandalorian season 2 to say that Picard season 3 is better."
It is.
I think, what did I say? I've seen like a couple clips. That's enough to know.
It absolutely is. Having seen 4 episodes of Picard so far and seen all of Mando season 2, I like the ending of Mando season 2 because I'm a bit of a Luke bundle of sticks. But no, the episode 3 and 4, particularly Picard so far, is excellent. Absolutely excellent.
Well, I watched
coming out this week.
RLM's take on episodes 2 to 4. I think they did, because they did 1, then 2, 3, 4, and yeah, just hearing about how there's a conflict between Riker and Picard, informing them of what decisions they're going to make in a state of crisis that relates to how they feel about family members. One recently discovered, one known for a while. So I was just like, oh, so that's way more than Mando's ever done. So, yeah, like already good job.
Yeah,
in terms of just writing characters, you know. And I'm glad Star Trek fans can have something nice. Just a little
bit of something to hang on to.
Yeah. A little bit of something. It's like a parting gift.
There's stuff, again, the stuff which I don't like. Well, I said I don't like. I don't ever want to hear swearing in Star Trek.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
I don't ever want to hear fucking swearing in Star Trek. And
I don't want to hear fucking swearing either in Star Trek. I
don't want to hear fucking cunt and swearing in fucking cunt in Star Trek again. Well, that just got us done. And I want 7 of 9 to be 7 of 9 again. I don't want it to be this angry, obnoxious lesbian that she's currently playing.
7 of 9 has a good arc in this.
If the good arc is she acts like 7 of 9 by the end of the episode series, I'll be happy. But this is not. This is an overly emotional 7 of 9, and that is not 7. And I know you can say, well, 20 years past, she's grown. She hasn't grown, she's regressed.
Is she called 7 of 9 because she's like the 7th of 9 models or something?
Yeah,
designation.
The 9th designation of the group that she was in.
Of the group she was in, yeah.
Okay.
The Uni Matrix or whatever.
I want a 1/6 scale of her in her full Borg.
Oh, well, I mean, I can't do that, Gary, but I can do this.
Oh, shit. Fuck you. I can't get these things. I got a Q.
What does it feel like you just have all of them?
I did just get this yesterday, Gary.
Did you get the Q?
I got the Q. I got Judge Q, yeah.
I got Judge Q, a couple days ago. That's looking good. It's looking good. I like her tricorder.
I really love that.
Tricorder is
great.
Really, really good tricorder.
Really good tricorder.
So yeah,
Jerry's still looking good, man.
Oh, Jerry Ryan, she could have it.
She can have it.
Oh my god, look at the back of this.
She's a top bird. She can have it, you know. Meatloaf, wow. Infinite worlds, infinite doomsdays. Oh my god. Tweet Grebitus has been a bard for 11 months. Thank you. WMD 2040SX with a $5 says the worst part about the KOTOR reboot was they shut down the fan project to port the original to a modern engine. Yeah. Loki Aroth has become a new member at the bard level. Thank you. Man of War 665, neighbor of the beast with a $6.65 super chat. There's strike a bloody match, Gary. As long as that took, I'm sure it smells rusty as fuck in there. Wow.
Well, I do have a bathroom in here, but it's got a fan, and I got a ceiling fan above me, and you can't smell anything anyway. So what do you care?
Wait. Grimnack 28 has been a bard for 8 months. Thank you. And then Grimnack with a $5 says Mauler.
Yeah.
Would you consider meetups if someone makes you a really good 3D helmet that looks like your icon? Also, hail Gary and Az. Hail.
If I ever do a live thing. I'm gonna have to turn up in a mask at first, otherwise people will be disappointed, I reckon. And
They won't know who you are.
Well, that would give it away, wouldn't it? That's what I
They'll
mean.
be like, this smaller, and they'll be like, don't be stupid, that's a human.
That's the thing. I would enjoy. I think I played this idea once. I was like, I'll turn up something without letting you guys know, and then I'll be like, oh, I'm just a fan. You know, I can put on a voice or whatever. I can be like, can I just tell you something, a real secret? I'll just be like, hey,
it's me, Mauler.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, but you know, as for fans, I'd have to wear some kind of outfit that gives it away first, otherwise they'd be like, "Who the fuck are you?" I'd be like, "Oh, I'm the Mauler guy."
Long man is long. That.
I have to bring a tentacle.
People cosplay Doc Ock. You could like bring a bunch of tentacles.
Oh yeah. Or testicles.
Or testicles. Or testicles.
Cohen Timmermans with a €6 says, question for the crew, but mainly Mauler. Did you watch Man God, Phil Tippett's recent stop motion movie? If so, what your opinion?
I want to see it. I know Rags wants to see it. We're going to see it at some point, but of course we need to see Gotham Knights first. That's important, as well as the new Mando episode. You see, we put it in order of greatness, of glory. Resplendent glory.
But
sorry, Phil. You can wait for a minute, I guess. But yeah, I want to see it.
Arthur Dominique, how you doing? Has become a member at the Bard level. Auric Mortis with a $10 says, is that a Funko Elita over your shoulder on the wall? If so, what do you think of the movie as it stand alone or as an adaptation? No, they are the Funkos are Cara Dune, gay Nazi stormtrooper, and Cara Dune. So they're actually Gina Carano, Cara Dunes. I do have them. I haven't seen the movie. I haven't read the anime.
You haven't seen an Alita Battle Angel, the movie?
No, I do have it on Blu-ray.
It's good.
Haven't read the manga. not read the anime. So I can't answer that. But I've been told that the movie's not too bad. It's pretty good.
They wanted to get a franchise out of it, didn't they?
They did. And I thought the girl who played Alita was really good.
Boosh.
In her mocap, I thought she was fantastic.
Look at that. That's a pretty good cover. Who would be the new Superboy? Gathering the greatest gallery of guest stars in the galaxy. It's a lot of alliteration there.
Yes.
It's like it's a comic or something. Sir Uberson with a $5 says, how do any of you find a place not to worry about the future? What type of things that goes down with the branded administration? Seriously. My philosophy is don't worry about things you have no control over. Because it's going to happen anyway. It's going to,
There's a great line from The Doors from Jim Morrison. The future is uncertain and the end is always near. That is true.
A lot closer than he knew.
I compartmentalize your life. Don't worry. I don't watch a millisecond or nano, whatever. I don't watch any mainstream news ever. And I haven't for years and years. That was the first thing I did.
That's just fear. That's just fear mongering. Mainstream movies is just fear mongering.
Just a bunch
of keep you scared, keep you fearful.
And Bill Hicks makes a great joke about that. He's all on CNN. It's war, death, famine. You go outside, you look outside, nothing's going on. You can hear the crickets. I even have crickets. That's what you hear. Worry about what's going on in like your direct life. That's how I compartmentalize it, because the more we know, like the world has always been this insane. We just know about more of it now because of the news and stuff. But it's always been this insane. Always. But worry about what you can, what Az said, worry about what you can control. Doesn't mean don't prepare though. I would say always have extra food, always have extra water for sure. The necessities, have a bug out bag, have a bail bag, which is a bag of, I mean, depending on where you live, access to some ammunition, a gun, water, basic needs, so you can get the F out of Dodge if you need to get out. We when you live in San Francisco, there's the threat of an earthquake and the riots that will follow. So we always knew, like, oh, if an earthquake happens, we're gone.
Or a pride event.
Or a pride event gone sideways. You never know. So yeah, I'd say semi-prepper's never good, never bad thing. Be prepared. Always be prepared. Because shit can go down really quick. They were talking about on Tim Pool yesterday, and it's something I've brought up multiple times. Our society ends if there's an electromagnetic pulse, a well-placed solar flare, a well-placed asteroid that bursts in the atmosphere at the right place, because there's junction points for our grid. And if those junction points, which are get destroyed, we're done. And they mentioned something, I can't believe Tim didn't know about it, Mr. Newsman. There was an attempt on our grid back in 2013 up in the Bay Area. I remember it was all over the news, where a group of men or women with guns tried to destroy the grid in California and knock out the grid in California. And there were four times where the internet lines were severed and the internet was just done. If you guys remember that, back between 2013 and 15, when the entire internet got knocked out, at least in California. And I remember
the WF has already told us that they're going to do a cyber attack within the next few years.
Yeah. So like that's our most vulnerable point right there. So like that's what we should be worrying about. That's why we should be putting that shit underground. But don't get me started. Like that stuff could happen. And we just hope that people are preparing for it. And if not, get a generator, be ready, have something with a 2-stroke engine, like a motorcycle.
Yeah. 2-stroke engines. Yeah. Nice.
Just 2.
Shake and make. Sorry, dude.
Just 2 strokes, huh?
That's it.
Just 2. That's all it takes for me, anyway.
All right.
Shaker Maker has been a bard for 5 months. The Murak with a $2. Thank you. Cookies, coffees, and comics with a €6. I've just lost the place.
Typhoid Mary.
Where did you go? There you go. Are you guys familiar with the Trigon Empire comics by Mike Butterworth and Don Lawrence? They are British. No, I am not. I've never heard.
Hey, relationships in 2 covers.
Yeah. Uh-oh. The honeymoon, the divorce. Andy Radart with a £5 says, "Hail, in an attempt to be open-minded, I started watching Empower and lasted 5 minutes. Truly awful." Now this shocks me.
Horrible stuff. And I'm watching it on double speed and it's still brutal.
I gotta watch fucking shit.
Dude, yeah. Okay. Here's the Friday Night Tights. Yeah, you got a choice. Shazam or Empowered.
Well, I'm doing Shazam because I'm doing it on EFAP the next day. So you can fuck off with that Empower.
Make him do both.
And I want Benny to just speak about Empower, nothing more. That's it.
Yeah,
That's all to fucking speak about.
Now you have to do both.
No. You're not bossing me, Dad.
I am. Now you're going to do both.
I quit Friday Night Tights. I'm gone. Done.
He ain't quitting.
Look at them. That's a woman in a bikini, dude. There's 2 women in bikini. There's 3. 3 women in bikinis.
There's the Punisher with the skull.
Oh my God, that's so aggressive and toxic masculinity. Flocky the Mad with a $2 says, "New adult Flintstones reboot coming soon." Yeah, from Elizabeth Banks. John Kokaza, mate. John, I'm fucking John Coconut Coca Man. Sorry, John.
John Cokehead. Just call him
John Cokehead with a $10 says, "I was happy for the films that won. Studio A24 took risks on new, fresh movies, not remakes, and won big." I agree.
I agree.
Everything Everywhere was extremely creative. I agree. The whale was powerful and an instant classic. I'll never watch that film.
Never watch. I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, take your word on that.
John Cocaine Head. I know that's John Kokoza.
Okay, John Kokoza. Diesel with a $5 says, as I am loving the Fans Toys parkour / cliff jumper. Did you get the jive / jazz? That figure's also fantastic. Till all are one. Hold on, dude. I'll do something for you real quick. That's what I said to my last girlfriend as well, by the way. Let's just go into there. Let's press that. Let's press that. I've just turned the lights on the modular cases. Dude, in there, if I go full scrun, in there, you can see the top row is all my Transformers. We've got, you can't quite see it, but to the right, as we're looking, of Optimus Prime is Jive, aka Jazz. And Mirage is in there as well, aka Phantom. I am a massive Fans Toys bundle of sticks. I absolutely adore Fans Toys. I think the quality is insanely good, and the recreation of the cartoon version of the character. Oh, lots of Lego, lots and lots of Lego. My Rivendell is downstairs. So thank you, Diesel. Sir Uberson with a $5 says, can a paraplegic or a handicapped person see themselves as a Street Fighter or King of Fighters character? I mean, everyone's doing it. I mean, you know, you've got blind. You can get blind characters in fighting games. You get drunk characters in fighting games.
Kenshi, Mortal Kombat.
Paraplegic in a wheelchair.
Pushing it, but maybe do they have magical powers?
Yeah, you know. Isn't the whole point of video games escapism from the reality of life? Just saying. Rin Guy with a $20 says, can't find the join button. Damn it! Hate my money. You must be on a mobile device or something, because YouTube hate
an Apple mobile device.
An Apple device. Okay, there you go. An Apple mobile device.
Yeah, they don't show up on all of them.
YouTube hate fucking creators.
Google.
But thank you. Dragon Reborn 35 Darren with a £10 has just got in from work and able to catch my favorite YouTubers. Just got my Fans Toys Jazz. It's so good. Where can I get the Autobot emblem sticker to add to him? You guys are truly awesome and amazing. I just bought some of these from YouTube. These are actual stickers. You don't have to cut round them. They will peel off. And instead of having like heavy white, they've actually got a slightly dull grayish silver. And when I say they're slightly dull, when you look at them from certain angles, it's sort of not hides, of course, because there's a sticker there, but it lessens the impact of the sticker, which is good because that's, you know, that's how it should sort of be. So I got some of these. Just went on the eBay, just put Transformer emblem stickers, and something like this will come up, and these are really good. That's the sticker there that I used for Cliff Jumper that I just showed off there. And I think that looks pretty damn good on Cliff Jumper, aka Parkour, for Fans Toys fans. Oh god, I love talking about
this comic. Is fucking awesome.
Wow, did somebody set him on fire?
No, Daredevil's dying in a field, and Johnny Blaze comes in, and calls out basically by the end. He doesn't turn into the Human Torch till the very end, right? And he calls out all the people in Hell's Kitchen. He's like, I'm looking for a dying man. And he got into a fight with one of the guys, and he walks away, and the guy's like, I'm gonna kill you anyway. And he's like, listen. And he goes, flame on. He's all, I'm looking for Daredevil. Man, save your butt every day. You know, it's fucking awesome, dude. It's great. But these stories
So Uber-san with a $2 says, dang, Have Az and Gary owned a coffee book? Have Az and Gary owned a comic book library? I haven't, but Gary has owned a coffee. Fuck my ass, mouth and tits. Has owned a comic book shop.
Yes. Coming up on 20-year anniversary of buying it. April 1st.
Wow.
April 1st.
Douche. Full Metal Vash 7 has been a bard for 22 months. Patrick Milner has, with the $2, says Gary learned to pronounce caramel.
Caramel?
Oh my God, he's getting there.
Caramel. You did the
Caramel.
Caramel. I'll say caramel. Let's go. Yeah, I'll say caramel.
You're skipping out of it. Like, just
I wasn't picking you up.
The word. Caramel.
Hey, we've got 6,669. So we've got 6,669. So that's like 69 with the devil.
It's very naughty.
Caligula has been a Witcher for 34 months. Says, hail, the Oscars stream was gold. First time I've enjoyed them in about a decade. You guys were great. Mad props to Chris Score for that. He was the one who organized everything, and it was fun time. It was a big time fun time. So massive thanks to Chris Gore for that. 32 flavors of Nick Weiser with a $5 says, thoughts on Paul Dini's Zatanna run? I thought it was great, but should have gone at least 30 issues. I just bought some of it recently.
You want to know why it didn't?
Why
New 52?
Oh, Exude Girl in the chat. Hello, Exude Girl.
Congratulations on your Oscar.
That is so true. So true. Asian hate ended in one night.
It did.
In one night. Just in 2 bags. Fat Steven Seagal with the 2 Canadian 20 says Star Wars introduces Gropegu, Grogus Uncle 2024. I don't think we're going to hear any stories of any of that impropriety going on with that soy boy fucking Pedro.
Boy.
Why is Pedro turning into a 60-year-old woman? He's dressing like one at the minute.
He is. Oh, look. Women had curly hair in the 80s, dude.
I think you'll find that's not true, Gary. I think you'll find that only black women had curly hair.
Woman?
Yeah.
That's a black woman.
Even the black women that had white face. And that perms weren't immensely popular. And even fucking men had them in the 80s. But don't worry about that. Douchey. Truck driving gamer with a $20 says, hail real BBC.
Hello?
I went from the 2 NASCAR races in Phoenix this weekend, saw hundreds of Asian, Latino, and black fans of all ages, kids to seniors, friendly interactions across all racial lines. Was great to see. That's because in the real world,
everybody
we kind of get along.
For the
most part. Yeah. For the most part, we kind of get along. Everyone sort of gets along.
It's the enemy of the people. Turn it off.
Mainstream media is the enemy of the people. It's not even exaggeration. It's not even hyperbolic. It's just literal truth. Did I have a perm in the 80s? As I wish, Hugo. I wish, but it's one of my friends at school did get a perm, and my God, he came to school the next day and he was in the bathroom sticking as much water on it as he possibly could to try and flatten it. But he went and had a perm done. I wish it was me. Eric, go on.
No, I was going to say, and he got so much shit. He was like, regret. It was an instant regret.
Well, he was kind of like one of the bullies of the school. So we didn't really take the piss out of him too much. But he's also like one of my best mates. So I did laugh at him quite uproariously in the bathrooms as he was pouring water all over his head to try and flatten it. But it was definitely an instant regret perm.
Yeah. Instant
regret. Eric Stratton with a $7.77 Final Fantasy. On my first As game stream, I hear As screaming about no backseating over and over. Initially baffled when he was scolding people for doinking in car. Doinking in car. There's nothing wrong with doinking in cars, mate. I wasn't a bully. He was a bully. I wasn't a bully. I was a nice guy. I bought one of my teachers a tin of dog food for Christmas because she's
also Baxian is a little bit evil. Just saying. Baxian is pretty evil.
Yeah, it is. It's annoying and evil. If you ask questions, feel free to answer them. If I ask questions, but when somebody goes, and then do you know what I hate even more, Morley?
What do you hate even more?
When somebody does the reverse back seating, where they go, "Oh, has Az found the diamond of Ishikamula yet?" And he's like, "I didn't even know there was a diamond in Ishkamula, but now I know there's a diamond in Ishkamula because you just fucking said I found it."
Dude, the one where you're just walking around, you're like, huh, I wonder how you get there. And then they go, oh, you have to type in this code, you have to move to this thing. You're like, no, I'm just speaking
that was just
loud.
Me verbalizing my internal thoughts because it's a stream. That's why.
That's why you gotta play games on release or play games that you're hyper familiar with. The worst is when you play a well-known game for the first time 10 years after release.
Yeah,
because you're like, oh, this is pretty cool. They're like, oh, you will enjoy this sequence where all of these things happen.
Yes. When you get to Bartertown, fuck off. Oh, got it. Christian Wolf with the $5 is very impressed with Gary's take on the banking situation. Oftentimes, when it comes to banking, the main thing to fear is fear itself. Aren't people insured anyway by the government for like $250,000?
Yeah, but that would be just printing more money.
Right. Okay.
It's not like that money's held in reserve or anything and based on anything. So.
What it is it's your money that you paid to them.
Exactly. It's my money that's paying in to give me back my money.
To give you back your money.
Sorry, someone said, why would you stream a game you haven't played yet to thousands of people if you're worried about spoilers? Like, that's what they want us to do.
That's called a streamer.
I was about to say, that's precisely what people ask for usually. It's like they want you to play their favorite games. It's just that the unfortunate double-edged sword is that they want you to play it the way they played it.
Yes.
And he's like, you gotta let people have their own. If I don't throw an efficient grenade in Resident Evil 4, I'm gonna get burned for it. It's like can't just take out one guy with that. To be fair, I feel that way too. So it's all.
Yeah, if you'd thrown that grenade over there and banked it off the wall, then you could have actually hit the person who is hiding behind it.
Shoot through the walls.
Did you know that if you actually turn right there, you go through the invisible?
That's when you just stop looking at chat.
That's the actually go. Trap, I'm not even looking at you anymore. I'm just reading. I'm just going to read supers.
Chat. We have to go on separation. A few months apart.
Earthworm Jim with a $20 says, sympathetic to your Amazon troubles with the double order and the backing boards. Separate thread. Watch your Conan streams. Love the addition of X-Ray Girl and Shad to the game. I want more of you guys together. Me too. Great to see X-Ray Girl get on. Great to see Shad. Shad and I, after my brother and X-Ray Girl left. Hey, baby. Hi. Shad and I killed a 3-skulled crocodile, and we got a legendary weapon from it, which does like double the damage that I'm currently doing. So that was cool. Hey, sweetie. Gonna say hello to the stream. Oh, come here, baby. Oh, say hello to the stream. They haven't seen you for a while. No, it's okay. It's okay.
Do something cool.
Yeah, this thing us.
I'm a unicycle or something.
Oh, this is my little pussy, my baby. Yes, you are. 13 now. 13.
13.
Love you. You did well. Oh, thank you for showing your bits and pieces to the chat.
Is she purring? You can hear her purring.
Oh yeah, she's purring purring like crazy. Oh wow.
That's how.
How wow.
Is that how they purr?
Mm-hmm. Very familiar.
Just Nova with a $5 says these convos totally remind me of comic book stores back in the early 90s. That's what it really was to start with when we started doing Real BBC. It was literally just Gary and I bagging comics, talking like you do when you're in a comic store to people.
And then some guy walked in like, I usually play video games, watch movies. What's this comic book thing?
Yeah. Do you would like play video games and movies and stuff? Mine is more. I'm an Eldritch God. How you doing?
Movies in the comic store too, and Star Trek,
and Star Trek.
Lots of Doctor Who, lots and lots and lots of Doctor Who.
Mr. Buttcrap Media.
What's up?
With a 22-month bard level, thank you. Jay Chacha, hello, sweetie, has become a member at the Witcher level. Thank you, Jay Chacha. Aitken has been a sorcerer for 23 months. It says, not breeders, we're source material. Alfave with a $10 says, boo for Gary not liking Catwolf.
Two, like it.
Just that it's not the best. He didn't say he didn't like it.
I like it. It's weird.
Remember, the internet is binary. If you say your favorite color is red, it means you hate with passion every other color.
I know. I don't like red. I like blue.
Red's
I'm a blue kind of guy.
I mean,
Yeah,
for
blue.
color, not for politics, but for color.
He says, number 2, is there some resource for getting a baseline of what comics are worth now? When I was a kid, it was Wizard. Oh, same dude. Fucking love getting Wizard. Looking in the back, seeing how much my comics are worth. But it's been 20 years since I collected.
The Wizard, the list, the top 10 list.
Yeah.
And that list absolutely moved the needle on values. And yeah.
Dude, yeah, I was just because in those days it was Marvel that was dominating the charts. So I was always looking to see, where did Batman come? Where did Batman come? They'd be like, holy shit, Batman was 16th this week. That's great. This month. That's great. Now Batman's number 1. It's been number 1 for a long time. When a number 1 isn't coming out. You know, so that's every week for Marvel. Deck 971 has been a bard for 13 months. Lucifer the Doberman with a 5 Canadian fiddy says, Mola! PSA. Sitch says he's doing a face reveal soon. You guys should come out together. You know, it's a good idea.
Okay.
Whatever. Jesus Davila has been a sorcerer for 14 months and gives a thumbs up. Thank you. Deck 971 with a €10 says, guys, Hollywood is going to destroy a true story from my island. Chevalier St. George's story, a black guy who became the music teacher of Queen Marie Antoinette. They only saw black on the wiki. I read that verbatim. I just read it.
I don't know what I heard.
Not did I. There's a story and there's black. That's all I really kind of got. Sorry, dude. I read it verbatim. Take a 610 with a $10 says, Gary.
Yeah. Yes.
You talking about large insects existing millions of years ago reminded me of when Rags mentioned something like that. And I thought of Mauler playing Mario Sunshine, Wiggler Boss. Yikes.
Well, that's a split of references. I know they're talking about the Mario bit.
Wex has been a sorcerer for 6 months, says, hail as Gary and Mauler. Picard Season 3 will be the last Star Trek I'll watch. Show is so good. I want to have a nice memory of TNG crew and Star Trek in general. I totally understand.
And agree.
And probably agree, yes. Because I don't think if Terry Matalas isn't leading or at least writing Star Trek from here on in, I ain't got any interest. Just Nova with a $2 says, Gary reminded me of the ending to Escape from LA. Trouser Gravy with a $20 says, love you fellas. Thank you, dude. Cookies, Coffee, and Comics. That's a great name. I do love that name. With a €6 says, Gary, can I send a comic of the Trigon Empire? If so, where? I don't have a mailing address at the minute. Gary, I believe you've got a P.O. box details in your descriptions.
In my if you go to my channel to the about section,
P.O.
box is there.
There you go. Jesus Davila gifted 5 memberships to the stream. Thank you, dude. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Ploppy the Jailer became a member at the Bard level. Catzilla with a $20 is looking forward to the Vegas meetup. Gary, can the crowd FaceTime Az during the event again?
Yes, if Az is up for it.
Of course. Yeah. Of course. Trouser Gravy with another $10 says, Gary, don't mean to put this on you. Sorry. Trying to be sober. Any tips?
Go to a meeting and talk to people. I would say observe whatever you're comfortable with. You don't want to get scared away. But I'd say go to a meeting and they will ask at a meeting if there are any newcomers here, which is anybody with under 30 days sobriety. You raise your hand, you give your name, everybody claps, and there's a very, very good chance somebody will come up and talk to you, try to strike up a conversation. That's a really good way to go. See what happens. Don't try to okay, I'm going to quit forever today.
First step's always the hardest for anything.
That's very hard. And the fact that you want to get sober means you're admitting to yourself that you have a problem, which is one of the first steps. You've already started on that journey.
Memar with 1981 has become a member of the Bard level. Thank you. David P with a 9-month sorcerer says, do you face your backing boards with the coating size towards the comic or away from the comic? Gary?
Away
from the comic.
So there isn't it's kind of coating, right? But when you have the acid-free boards, you want to keep it away from the rough side. Okay, it's not really a coated side.
Objectively, a cat with a $5 is feast your eyes on the upcoming Wheel of Time Season 2 God of War fans. That's what's in store for your beloved franchise. Oh, dear.
Yep. That's really unfortunate.
Oh, dear. Yeah, I know.
The show or...
Oh, it's going to...
If it has the same showrunner as what's one of the worst TV shows ever, so that's not good for God of War now.
No. James Hannafin with a $2 says, as did you see Batwoman on Flash last week? Even Gary texts me, dude, I had to go into remission for watching Batwoman for 3 fucking years. I can't relapse, I can't go into another fucking stage for Batwoman. Can't do it. I'll look at the shit on Twitter. Gary's hounding me. He's saying people want to see you talk about that.
They do, right?
I know.
Right, chat?
And then Gary went, well, actually, I do. So there you go.
Yeah.
Sharuz, maybe, with a $5 says, Gary plans to visit old DW filming locations when in the UK, i.e. Oldbourne, The Demons, or Windsprit Quarry, Destiny of the Daleks.
Yeah, I will be visiting some. I want to go to Oxford. I want to check out some Tolkien stuff. And then definitely going to Stonehenge and Bath and looking at the megalithic stuff.
Spa-town Bath.
Yeah. Bath.
Jim Howard with a £5 says, I'll show you some stuff on Conan if you want, but only if I can show Gary how to open a door. Unknown with a sorcerer for 8 months says, please don't quit. F&T has. I missed you last Friday, bruv. Sorry, unknown. Fat Steven Seagal with a 2 Canadian 20 says, where did Batman come as 2023? Clipped. K1 with a £1.50 hot dog. Brian McCann with a $5 says, Hollywood pushed the term breeders in the early 2000s. Lots of films used it in sci-fi and action films, and it was disgusting then.
It's a term used towards straight people from gay people in San Francisco. Been used for years.
Toon News with a sorcerer for 9 months says, is there a good comic database mobile app for keeping track of comics owned versus needed? With cover images. Need one for my back issue shopping. I don't know of any.
There used to be one. I don't know if there is one now. Yeah, speak up, chat, if there is. I don't even have a database right now. It's old, but it's like Excel. It's an Excel database.
Trouser Gravy with a $2 says, thanks, Gary. And Deaf Mute Studio with a £5 says, would you create a comic book version of MILF Manor in a heartbeat?
Oh, yeah.
In a heartbeat on Indiegogo tomorrow. Gonna do $1 million. And that, gentlemen, is 3 hours at the bar, please. I'm at the bar, please.
Yeah.
Slade Lawton with a $5 says, Gary and Az, do you have any recommendations for any Green Lantern comics to start off with? Preferably not Guy Gardner. I'd start at Green Lantern, which would probably be volume 3, number 1, with Hal Jordan. At number 50, it turns into Kal Rayner, and there's some good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm not super duper into Green Lantern, so I would agree with that. I've read that. Kyle Rayner was my Green Lantern for a long time, dude. That's the one.
Everyone's Green Lantern for quite a time.
Hal, from Super Friends and Parallax and Christ on Infinite Earths, but the one I read the most was Kyle Rayner until Hal came back. Blackest Night is good. That stuff's good, but Kyle Rayner's a good, like, if you want a good, like, comic book run that's not an ending or a beginning or a rebirth, just some Green Lantern, doing some Green Lantern shit. Yeah. I like Guy Gardner in Justice League. That's probably my favorite.
No, you don't want Guy Gardner. Gary, is there anything you'd like to plug, sir, before we go?
I can bag and board one more comic while I'm plugging.
Yeah.
Yes, I just released a video on my channel.
Oh my God.
Top.
Oh my God.
These gentlemen helped out a little bit. I asked them their advice. They gave me their lists. It was taken into factor. We did some analyzation and came up with the top 5 MCU failures. Could be a controversial list. I don't know. There's honorable mentions. Yes, it's all shit except for Spider-Man No Way Home, but finding out what the shittiest of the shit was a bit of a challenge. Because we had to use a formula of, it's not just financial, it's how bad is it and how much damage does it do to the MCU.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what factored into the number 1. And I was actually convinced, because I had a different number 1, but I was convinced. I became convinced over time.
Neil Holm with a $5 says, hell, as have you ever been approached for doing voice talent work or reading books for companies like Audible? Keep up the great work. No, never. Is the answer. No. Mola, is there anything that you would like to plug before we go?
You can expect the Last of Us finale coverage tomorrow and Mandalorian season 3, episode 2 on Friday. And then Shazam on Saturday.
Oh, I wish I could fucking Shazam out of there.
Oh, Star Trek Picard, season 4, episode 5.
Season 3, you mean?
Season 3, episode 5.
Sorry, season 3, episode 5. Don't miss it.
It's fine. I won't. I'll be watching it Thursday at like 3 o'clock in the morning, probably.
Don't miss it.
Thank you, Morley. Thursday, 6 p.m. UK time. What Toys? Friday Night Tights with Benny Johnson. And Saturday, I'll be on EFAP talking about how shit Shazam 2 was. Call this an amazing prediction.
It's incredible. You can see into the future.
And Mr. Tuckle Trump with the 2 Canadian 20 says shit heart.
It's poopy love. Poopy love.
Poopy love. Okay.
I like shit heart.
Shit heart.
Cliff 3188 with the $2 says MILF Manor comics exist. They're called manga. Heyo. Right. Thank you so much indeed, everyone, for watching. Many thanks indeed to my moderators. Everybody hit the super chat button, the membership button, the gifted memberships, all remembered. Thank you so much indeed for supporting the channel. We'll be back next week on Tuesday on Gary's channel with Chuck Dixon and Graham Nolan together. The dream team together on Real BBC next week. Until then, you take care. Bye for now.
Bye.